get a little thicker on the waist. You know?
And these reports about him on the weed and the strip clubs.
Well, his on-base percentage is all we're looking at now. And Jeremy gets on base an awful lot for a guy who only costs $285,000.
Welcome to Car Shield Field, where we have Jerma Baseball Association action for you tonight. A big-time matchup between the California Circus and the Maryland Magicians. Maryland comes in at 27-22. The Circus, 11 games over 500. I'm joined by former Phoenix Caveman great Gary Grunt. I am Storm Williamson, and Gary, we should have a big-time, great matchup on the field tonight.
Yeah, very good ball clubs on the field here this evening, Storm. You throw out the record books when these two teams get together. They're just two vastly different ball clubs. They win different ways. The Circus is more of a clown show. They kind of try to trick you into some different pitches, whereas on the other side, the Magicians, they win with their clever illusions. I'd like to see what the big, tall right-hander has on the mound here tonight, what kind of tricks they have up their sleeve. And, of course, the power cards will play a big part of tonight's game. Get a
look at Joy Handsome right now, the manager of the Maryland Magicians. He's guided his club to a 5-game over 500 mark so far this year. And a coastal clash, these teams coming from across the country to meet tonight. There you get a look at Fred Big Top, the leader of the California Circus. And don't let that face fool you. He has been plenty happy this year. We talked about that record of 30-19 for them on the year. And we go from Big Top to Big Boy on the mound. Big Boy Buckle gets the call for the Circus. He has been outstanding all year long to the tune of a 9-6 record, 2.81 ERA. What are the Magicians going to have to do to try to put a dent in what this man has done this year?
Well, for the man on the mound here tonight, he's obviously a very dominant right-hander. Look for the off-speed pitches to be really key to his arsenal tonight. And on the other side for the Magicians, they just need to make contact. There's a lot of movement from Big Boy, and we'll see what kind of contact they can make here tonight.
So Donald Strange will come to the plate, the first batter for the Maryland Magicians. And the first pitch of our game, just a little bit high. And already, Chief Albertson having a word with our pitcher. We've only gotten one pitch through the game.
Yeah, he's going to have to take care of that control problem. He needs to get that lower and over the plate, or else the Magicians players are going to be in for a long night dipping and diving and trying to get out of the way of some of these pitches.
Crew Chief Albertson, you get a look at him right there. Chief of the one-man crew tonight, so doing a great job, and maybe not so great of a job on that call.
Yeah, questionable call there, but Albertson, he's the crew chief tonight, so what he says goes, and that ball was maybe a little inside the plate.
258 hitting Donald Strange, took a big rip at that one, couldn't quite connect, and the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Xavier McMagic awaits on deck. Here comes the next pitch from Big Boy. Big rock, a couple of them. Make it 3. Is the third a charm? A hot shot towards the hole at second base. What a play! And they rob him of a hit. Outstanding from Paul Laffington. No laughing matter on the middle infield.
Absolutely no laughing matter. Got over to his left, got to the ball, and then great release from glove to arm to make that throw. First out of the inning. Great play to go into his left.
And Donald Strange had to be thinking, look, I've done my job. We've got a base hit to lead off this game. The Circus, who had some trouble getting to this game tonight, having no trouble getting settled in.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble. Apparently they put the wrong gas in the car. It was someone had put petroleum gas in. They were looking for laughing gas.
Hold on. Crew Chief Albertson is down.
Oh, no. We've seen some issues with Albertson.
And this is, again, we need to mention here a crew chief of 1. So he's saying he's all right, but we'll have to see how he goes about this moving on. That could be a lingering injury.
Yeah, Albertson, the only umpire here tonight, has to cover home plate, first base, second base, third base, the outfield as well.
Laffington charging in, and he bobbles, flips to the bag. Albertson calls him out.
Great play again there from the second baseman for the Circus.
Seen some errant wands flying here and there, and Albertson yells safe into the dugout with the out signal, and now all of a sudden coming out of the dugout, Joy Handsome has got some words.
Yeah, might have to go into the magic spell book here to figure out how to break this defense and get past the adversity that the umpire and crew chief has created here so far.
Joy back to the bench, and now we get our first look at Zeke Flash. A couple of bounces in, and Albertson thinking about it, but he will rule it ball one.
That's what happens here in the JBA. Sometimes a little cricket can bounce out. You just never know what's going to happen.
I want to thank all of you for tuning into the Jerma Baseball Association, ripping a hot shot just foul past the third base bag. Count to 1-1 now on Zeke Flash. The shortstop for the Maryland Magicians is hitting .246 on the year with a slugging percentage of .365.
Yeah, Flash, very capable of putting the ball over the seats. We'll see what kind of pitch he gets here.
It's an interesting one from Buckle, and kicking his heel at it. Couldn't get a piece of it, trying to get aboard first base with the hit by pitch, but he can't come up with it. We count to 2-1.
Yeah, we don't expect runs to be at a premium, but if you can get on base any way you can, think of a leg, foot, anything, wand, anything you can get a baseball on.
And we get a pop fly into shallow right field, moving towards right center. The play is made by Lenny Munson. So a 1-2-3 top half of the first for big boy Buckle on the mound, and now he gives way to Doug Dove. The right-handed pitcher for the Maryland Magicians stands at 5'9", 160 pounds. We talked about that great record for Big Boy. How about an 8-3 record for Doug Dove?
Yeah, Doug Dove, known for pulling it out, the Dove out of the hat. Can really fire it in there with a fastball. Has a good changeup. Mixes in his pitches very nicely. Can also throw a four-seam sinker that sinks away from left-handed hitters, and as well as cut into righties. So we'll see how Mr. Dove handles his top half of the inning. We saw a relatively easy inning for Big Boy in the top half of the first inning here. We'll see how Doug Dove does here. As you see his stats on the board, 18 games pitched, 8-3 record. Look at that strikeout to walk ratio. As we mentioned, the stuff and the kind of creativity he has on the mound. He can really smoke it by the batter.
And so now Hunter Sweets, the leadoff man for the California Circus. He'll be followed by Percy Polka Dot and then David Honk, batting in the 3 spot for the California Circus. And Hunter Sweet has brought quite a bit of power to the table on the season while only hitting .216, a .341 slug due to 5 home runs. And you saw crew chief Albertson taking a good look at that bat prior, maybe just to make sure, hey, is this thing corked? What's going on here?
Yeah, can't have any illegal play here. Can't have a corked bat. That wouldn't be good. It wouldn't level the playing field here tonight as Dove fires it in there. As Doug has really been one of the top magicians in the JBA in terms of pitching. He really focuses on his craft.
The hocus pocus on point, 2-1 with that swing and a miss. Get a look there at crew chief Albertson as Dove peers in for the next.
I'll change the windup here. Trying to keep the hitter off balance, and does.
Oh my goodness, you talked about that heat. Hello.
You can see the two different styles of the pitchers. We saw Big Boy a little bit more crafty. Dove here in the bottom half of the first just throwing gas.
The Cape Crusader hits him with the breaking ball, and Sweets is down. Oh, he's thinking about it. There goes the bat. Dove kicks it right back towards him, and getting in between them, Roy Flushman says, hey, fellas, let's simmer it down. We're only in the first.
Yeah, don't let cooler heads prevail here as Albertson gives him the base.
Hey, Polka Dot taking a strike to begin this at-bat. Runner over at first base is Hunter Sweets after being hit by the pitch. They check on him, and he slides back in safely.
A great curveball thrown by Dove there. Just went 12-6. No chance for the hitter.
So we saw the Magicians go down in order. First base runner of this game, Sweets over at first base. A bit outside, but did appear that crew chief Albertson called that a strike. It's to 0-2, and Polka Dot wants to have an extra look back at Albertson as he yells towards the dugout of the Magicians.
You got to keep the runner on as well. So a lot dealing with a lot here. This one's hit high and deep left side, but that'll get foul.
That ball was
there.
blasted.
Dot, yes.
Percy not playing. Get a look at that big red nose of his, and he was going to really, really be happy if he could send that one over the fence. A good start here, though, for the California Circus. Dub turns and throws to first base. Sweets back in time again. Really keeping tabs on him over there.
Absolutely. Don't want to give up a stolen base here. Still early on in the game, so runs at a premium and can't give them away here.
Dub's pitch. A breaking ball that is fouled away to the right side. That'll reach the seats.
Notice the an equipment change from the Clowns. I'm used to seeing them in games past where they've got bigger shoes on, comically large shoes. They got normal shoes on here tonight, so it could be another tactic implemented by the managing staff to get some more wins for this California Circus.
And what a job out of the Circus dugout there. You see, great job running out those balls to crew chief Albertson. Doing a great job himself behind home plate, despite a couple of controversial calls, and that might be another one called out on strikes. Polka dot the first out of the bottom of the first inning.
Well, Albertson's been consistent with the zone so far. He's calling them high, he's calling them low, calling them outside and inside. So consistency is the name of the game when you're the umpire. And look at this one, catches the outside corner. Great frame job by the catcher.
That's a great point that you make there. I want to go back to that, though. Gary, a former great in this game, how much does that consistency from the umpire matter? You know that any given pitch is going to be a strike, whether it is or not, and that helps you out a lot as a batter.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. It really focuses you in on the spin rate of the ball, and you really want to try and make contact as we have a stolen base attempt here.
Hunter Sweets is out! Albertson, he took some time with it. I thought he might pull out the safe call, but he does rule him out. A stolen base, caught stealing, I should say, on the steal attempt from Hunter Sweets.
Yeah, not a great jump, but a fantastic throw down right into the glove of the second baseman there. And the tag is applied, and the second out of the bottom of the half of the first inning here. Great throw.
Just like that, 2 down. Albertson having to keep both of these dugouts in check early on. A lot of jawing going on from both sides.
Well, the stakes are high here, Storm. These teams need a victory.
They need a victory, and we're talking about 2 of the best teams in this league as well. We're getting closer to postseason play, and you want to be in the correct form when you go into postseason play, and we'll see if these teams can get back to the style of baseball that we're used to seeing.
Yep, jockeying for playoff positioning as this one's in there for, they call that a strike? Need motion, but 3-1 is the count. Yeah, games playing elsewhere. The Drunkards are playing the Mimes this evening, as well as the K-Band, my former squad, and the old ladies match it up. We'll have crunch time after this to give us the full breakdown on all the highlights of the JBA games that are happening this afternoon.
And it goes into foul territory.
1-2.
Should mention here, we've got our standard defensive alignment for the most part, and a man on stilts out in left center for the Magicians. That is
secret weapon.
One of those tricks that you can pull out when you need it time and time again. And against these right-handed batters, power hitters trying to put a gapper out there and score a run, not today.
Yeah, it's the JBA's version of almost of a defensive shift where they hit the man in stilts out in left field. And again, he can get those wall scrapers, anything going over that wall on that left side, he can get to and track down.
And what is this? They called it a strike, and David Honk.
He got the umpire got the count wrong.
And that's one of those things. Oh, late strike call, and that will set down David Honk and do it for this first inning. So we did get our first base runner of the game, but a pair of strikeouts and the caught stealing, they go in order once again to the California Circus. Back with more JBA action after this. This is the Jerma Baseball Association. I am Storm Williamson, joined by former caveman great Gary Grunt, soon to be Hall of Famer. Next year, they're going to have that induction for you, and we got some noise coming from the Circus dugout. Albertson trying to check this bat right now from Roy Flushman. We saw Flushman get in between what could have been an altercation in that first inning.
Yeah, there's
Look
the
at the defensive lineup
for the Circus. Buckle towing the rubber. Helium on first, Laffington on second.
Oh, and the Circus with some noise from the dugout, but it's booted at short. Unable to make the play. Polka dot
Polka Dot very upset with the shortstop, unable to make that play. Just a slow roller to that left side. You could argue the play should have been made as look right toward the shortstop for the Circus.
And you know, we have security just beyond the first base bag. He was patting down Roy Flushman right there just to make sure that nothing nefarious was going
Don't
on.
have anything illegal on the field. There's no chewing gum, no sunflower seeds. They got to make sure we keep this field clean.
You never know where these magicians are going to hide something that might give them the advantage. Look at him drop the bunt, pull it back, and put it into left field. That is a beautiful piece of hitting by Craig Mystery, keeping it a mystery what he's going to do at the plate.
Yeah, Craig doing a very good job. Showed bunt, pulled it back, and roped a single. Now Albertson looking at him. Now he's coming over to talk to him. As Albertson saying something illegal.
Not on the field, not on the field. Dugout, dugout.
Let's see here.
Dugout. You can't, no, that's how it works. You can't smoke.
Oh, no smoking on the field. I guess
You put that
he
out.
was trying to have a smoke at a pancake, which that's not allowed here. So great job by Albertson to keep it clean here.
Yeah,
now he wants to have a talk with the manager for the Magicians.
Yeah, he is
Not out there.
not going to have
Not
this.
out there. Not out
That's
there.
a warning.
Joy Handsome, you
No
know,
tobacco products allowed on the field in this game.
he's saying, look, just a little bit. Can't we just have just a couple of puffs when we get to first base? You know, just a little, like a first base break. I mean, look at this. We got some pipe action going on in the other dugout. What's the big deal?
There's no puffing the Magic Dragon or any dragon here in the Carshield Field. So there'll be no puffing.
Oh! Slow one comes in. It's fouled back off the bat of Ronnie Smith.
As now we're gonna have looks like we have a mascot battle behind home plate between the clowns, before the Circus and the Magicians. As you can see, it's like Dumbledore.
And Dumbledore has stolen a fan sign and used it as a weapon here. That is
A lot of action on the field and in the stands here. Security has to come over and maybe separate the two mascots behind home plate so the pitcher doesn't get distracted.
And you see Big Boy going with that split grip to start. How hard is it for a guy like him to keep things under control when there's so much going on with the call strike?
A lot of distractions, but we see it all the time in the JBA, so these guys are used to it. They can stay locked in, stay laser focused on the task at hand, and Big Boy's got a chance for a double play here.
Albertson is rightfully calling out, look, we have a team called the Circus, yet it's the Magicians that have been the Circus in the dugout thus far.
Absolutely. A clown show right now for the Magicians, creating a lot of havoc, talking a lot of smack, and directing a lot of their hostilities towards Albertson.
You know, they are the Circus, but this is a team that's won 30 games this year, and you think about a circus maybe being disorganized. This might be one of the more organized circuses you'll find out there. Is Big Boy a little off balance as he comes home with it, and that goes all the way to the backstop. So runners advance to second and third base, and our count goes to 2-2. So that was a call strike.
So big chance for the Magicians now to get it on the board. Two runners in scoring position. Let's see if they can get this ball in play. No out still here in the top of the second.
You know, one-man crew, just how clean this home plate is for a one-man crew, truly incredible. Big Boy Buckle still waiting for this plate to get wiped off, and, you know, we talked about some of the distractions. Now the stoppage in play. He looks like he's in rhythm out there.
And he's starting to find his tempo, find that rhythm. See if he floats one across the plate. Again, the two different styles of pitchers is on display here tonight as, you know, Big Boy just kind of lofts it over the plate, relies on his off-speed stuff, doesn't throw anything overpowering, has to hit his spots, and he walks the batter here.
Yeah, Big Boy's not happy with that. He thought that one bounced up into the zone, and Albertson is trying to show him that. Big Boy's still not buying it. And now our security man over there at first base trying to make sure that the Magicians have everything together. Uh-oh.
We have a power card.
We
power
do
card is
have
being
a
played.
power card being played.
So Albertson, there it is. What card is being played here? Let's see. It's the Poof Common card. All opposing outfielders are removed for the next at-bat. What a card to play. That is the kind of managing we love to see here in the JBA.
And, you know, this is just a veteran move by Joy Handsome. You see why this team has been so successful all year long. Bases loaded jam, nobody out. How are we going to do this? Poof. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to put that poof card out there and see if they can't even capitalize even more here for the Magicians.
Yeah, smart time to play this card. Poof, the outfielders are gone, and a big chance for the Magicians to get some runs on the board.
And interesting that Fred Big Top was, you know, coming out as if to show that he was not happy with that call. That is well within league rules, what we just saw there.
They're supposed to be, the power chord has to be played before the batter steps into the batter's box. Look at that first pitch swinging.
There's nobody out there. All the way to the Surfshark sign, and they are not going to be able to do anything about it. Look at the big man chug. Here goes Donovan Slate into third base with the triple. Oh, look at this.
Bases are still loaded.
And the bases are still loaded. 3 runs come around to score, and 2 more runners out on the paths. They just kept going around.
The Clowns are trying to settle the show right now and claim that these. Oh, now we got a
look out, run down.
Run down here in the infield.
It's a mystery as to what's going on. Craig Mystery being chased. He singled to get aboard. He later came around to score.
Albertson trying to gain control of this mess right now, and he gets those players off the field. So what a triple there from the Magicians. Here's another look at it. Lined into left field. Smoked. Nobody out there. Again, the poof card was played. No outfielders for that bat. The Magicians capitalized.
So just like that, our first runs of the ball game, they belong to the Maryland Magicians. It's a 3-0 score in the top of the second inning. Still nobody out here for the Magicians, and the Circus now have their outfielders back.
See how big boy Buckle responds here, trying to put a little mustard on the ball.
Like that little swag with that last delivery, excuse me, as we get a fly ball into right. It's caught, tagging and holding at third base. That gun of an arm from Lenny Munson keeps him put.
Yeah, Munson doesn't mess around, has a great right arm, can really flight that ball into home plate, so good job to keep the runner at third base, and we still stay at 3-0 with 1 out here in the top of the second inning.
Well, I don't know about you, Gary, but I do not test people named Lenny. Munson is one of those.
Don't test him and don't trust him.
That one comes in just a touch low from Big Boy Buckle. He's been varying his, not only his delivery, but the speed of his pitches as well.
Yeah, has featured a couple of different windups here. This one smoked back up the middle. That'll score another run for the Magicians.
Look at that. Off the bat of Barry Bedazzle. He's got the Magicians up 4-0.
Gotta wonder if the Circus is thinking about getting someone warmed up at the bullpen now, as Buckle has struggled here in the first inning and 2/3.
Wow, what a promising start for Big Boy Buckle. And as the 9-hitter, Mike Salmon comes to the plate. He is motioning for his outfielders, hey, come in. This guy can't hit the ball anywhere. Yet they're staying out there.
Salmon likes to hit the ball upriver.
You know, I would think that a downstream approach might be the path of least resistance, but this is a guy that has seeked out adversity his entire career.
Yeah, really puts a lot of power behind the ball, can really whip that bat through the strike zone and plant the baseball wherever he wants.
Puts it on the ground to the right side. Laffington to the bag at second. A perfect one-hop throw. Gets the lead runner. Turned to first base, not in time. 2 down now.
So fielder's choice there. Couldn't get the double play for the California Circus. Another replay here as just getting over the top of that.
And again, crew chief Elbertson having to take charge and really make sure that these teams understand who's in charge out here.
Yeah, wants to keep both managers in check, as having another conversation with the Circus right now.
That facial expression for Fred Big Top a little bit more fitting now that we moved into the second inning, down 4-0. We'll take the slow walk back to the top of the dugout. And what's this? What's this? Albertson is stopping play. There's a drone on the field.
Oh no, Albertson doesn't likes to keep it, again, within the rules of play. And right now we just have a drone hovering over
come out
the
here.
field, and Albertson is, I think he's afraid that this could affect play.
you-
Maybe
nobody
the
control
ball
that?
could potentially hit the drone and affect where it lands, and as they're trying to get this drone out of here.
These are some of the
All right,
things
come
that
on.
you have to appreciate about an Albertson called game. There is some chaos in this league from time to time. Albertson keeps things under wraps, and now we get Big Top with a Happy Gilmore style. Oh, Ichiro's it off the belt, and it's caught, then dropped in right.
What's the call? What is Albertson saying? There's some confusion on the base pass.
They're ruling him out. 3 outs.
That's 3 outs. He called him out. So, wow, the cricket-style delivery from Buckle gets the out, and the inning is over. First pitch fouled off by Sean Giggles. So he's down 0-1.
Giggles takes a ball. So Doug Dove back to work for the Magicians, and what looked like, you know, that leadoff base runner for California in the bottom of the first inning, that they might be the first to crack the scoreboard. Wouldn't really expect this 4-0 score, as Albertson might get done with this call sometime tonight.
Yeah, it was a big-time strike, so he had to emphasize the call. Man, it was a great pitch on the outside corner.
Another one of the reasons why you tune into Albertson games, maybe just a little bit more than others throughout this league. On the ground, back up the middle, Giggles gets it past the glove of the diving shortstop into center field, a leadoff base hit.
Oh, nice job by Giggles to take what the pitcher gave him, just drove it right back up the middle. You can see, great swing here. Got enough power behind that past the diving shortstop and into center field. No Wand is going to get that ball.
Zeke Flash gave it a look, but even he not fast enough. Now Manny Upchuck, and he's getting the crowd pumped. They love it.
Chuck that ball right at Chuck.
Upchuck trying to create an uppercut type swing here. Circus needs to get back into this game.
Uppercut strike call from Albertson, 0-1. 10 bombs on the year for Upchuck. He looks for another. Runner on first base is Sean Giggles, and he puts a charge into this one. Into deep center field, turned around on it, but the play made out there. Good job by Xavier McMagic.
Yeah, great footwork out there by McMagic, showing why he's a center fielder. Great form. Was turned around a little bit, but that ball was driven into that deep left center. And Giggles will remain at first base, so still one runner on as a good catch there from McMagic, the center fielder for the Magicians. And not sure if they're dealing with an injury for Doug Dove right now, but he's been shoving. Now they're all at the mound for a meeting.
Something has come out here. This is a little magic potion, maybe?
Oh, a little elixir
Oh.
for the team. The feel-good juice.
As if Doug Dove wasn't in enough of a groove already. And now look at this, the Circus getting involved here on the mound.
Yeah, the Jesters want to get in on that magic elixir. See a pie out there as well.
Uh-oh.
Albertson trying to get the pie off the field.
Everybody comes out, by the way.
I've got a feeling somebody is going to get served, not with a paper, but a pie, sooner than later here, sir.
As long as it's got a little whipped cream on there, maybe it's a banana split pie, banana cream pie, key lime pie, either way. We'll serve it up slices here tonight at Carshield Stadium.
So Upchuck retired for the first out in the inning, and here comes Harry Helium. Dove, after the magic elixir, drops in a strike over the inside corner.
And the clown mascot really trying to encourage the Circus to get some runs, get some hits, and get back in this game trailing 4-0, bottom of the second.
Dove looking energized. His pitch, just a touch tall. He went with the heater that time. The next to Harry, off the end of his bat. He'll poke it foul up the right side. Harry Helium hitting .254 on the season. That on-base percentage all the way up at .355, though.
Yeah, gets plenty of air underneath his batted balls. Has a high-pitched voice as well as he tries to combine all that into a nice power stroke.
There's nothing like the Harry Helium high when he sends one long. We'll see if he can put a charge into one here with his next 1-2 count. And now all of a sudden some consternation behind home plate. I believe Hunter Sweets is...
I think he just wanted to know what the count was, make sure he had it right.
Okay, so Harry Helium.
Trying to decide what pitch he wanted to put down for Dub to throw.
And now the pitch. Popped up, back behind home plate, out of play off the bat of Helium.
1 and 2 still.
Still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Helium. Going with the interesting makeup. Can't really get some makeup around that beard, so going with the quarter face makeup, the dark eyes.
It's a beard that would make a former caveman proud.
You know what? I was born, came out of the mama's womb with a beard, and now that's most cavemen do.
And you were telling me before the game, little known fact about Phoenix Cavemen players, there is a minimum back hair requirement in order to even get a call to the tryouts.
Yes, you have to have at least a good 3-inch thick fur on the back, especially across the shoulder blades from left to right. That will really get you into the league of cavemen. But if you got those patches down on the left, right near the backside of the ribs too, we'll take you as well.
Not too picky. And Helium takes it outside. So 2-2 the count now to Harry Helium. And right now, Doug Dove just having his way with this Circus lineup, something we're not used to seeing from California.
No, not at all. Looking for laughing gas. This ball is drilled into center field, but should be easy work for the Magicians.
Nick Magic, the hat off and everything, a little flare without number 2.
2 down.
Yeah, got good wood to it. Unfortunately, just got a little too underneath that ball. And a great play by McMagic to get to that one and stay scoreless here as the Circus in danger of leaving a runner on base here. They need runs.
There's no doubt this Maryland team knows how to put on a show as it brings in Larry Munson. Munson sends a 3rd fly ball into center field. Hat off again. Mick Magic has done it.
He's been Mick busy.
3 of the outs in this inning. Awfully impressive. Lead for the Magicians, and it's been some good baseball this far.
Very good baseball, and was able to get down into the locker room. I asked if I could interview some of the players, and they said, be with you in a minute. So,
and Richard Looney out there unicycling in center field. Actually, we've got 3 outfielders unicycling currently. First ball hit hard on the ground by McMagic, who recorded all 3 outs in the last half inning. He's retired by a strong throw from Polka Dot to open up the 3rd.
Yeah, you can see what he was trying to do there, trying to get it to the outfield where the outfielders are on unicycles. So you can see it was a high chopping swing, just got over that ball and hit it to the shortstop. Great play for that first out.
Worth noting that our first runs of this game, I should say, came from a poof card, and now we've got our 2nd card of the game being played, this time by the Circus.
Oh, the understudy card looks to be being played here from the Circus
the
side.
Mascot. We're gonna need the Magician's mascot. You're on the mound.
So this one is opposing team's mascot. Must pitch for this half inning. This is a rare card, and the California Circus was able to pull this power card in pregame, and now we'll see Dumbledore. Look at this guy. He'll pitch for at least this batter as it the entire inning.
Look out.
Knuckleball pitcher heading to the mound.
You have to be.
Dumbledore can unspin it with the best of them.
Wonder if he'll bring his wand out or he'll just use his hand.
Pitcher.
Some interesting moves there as he's going to have to give way to Big Boy Buckle. And, you know, before that poof card, Big Boy Buckle has really done everything in his power to keep his California Circus in this game.
Yeah, he's changed up his delivery style. He's gone quicker. He's gone faster. He tried a cricket-style delivery. He's tried dealing it from the left side of the mound, right side of the mound. He's really been trying to switch it up and keep these Magician batters from getting comfortable inside that box. And is he calling a shot? Was that a shot call there from number 31?
I think so. And he's going to lay down the bunt. Look at this. Zeke Flash.
Hot dog.
Beating it out.
The fake call your shot. He went Babe Ruth with it. And he pulls down the bunt single. What a play. The Clowns were definitely caught off guard there.
Magicians at it again. Take a look on the Fansley instant replay. That's as good as it gets from the flash.
What a trick pulled out of the hat there from the Magicians. Getting a runner on board, a chance to add to their lead, and as Dumbledore will face batter number 2.
Roy Flushman puts a bat on it, and off the unicycle, It goes over the head. Artificial surface, it's bouncy out there.
He ditched the unicycle as well, and the runners will hold up at third base.
They do hold
So we'll see if Albertson wants to go out and make sure that's not an automatic run or anything. As again, the right fielder was not on the unicycle, dropped it right there. User error. Got over the head, lost the wig. Boy, what a clown show. Oh, we got our first pie in the face. Albertson, pie in the face.
Albertson.
The Circus wanted that play called dead because...
Oh, and he is tossed.
And he's gone. Albertson won't have any of that. Look at him.
That's Schmidt Papo. Papo with the pie to the face. And now he's gone.
Now the Magicians, now the Mascots are chasing one another around the field. Chaos has broken out here as a pie in the face. I think that's Albertson's 50th pie to the face this season. So he's no stranger to the pie in the face.
He wears it well.
Let's take another look at this pie in the face. See the argument happening, and boom, right there. Right in to the face. Is that shaving cream or whipped cream? He's not eating it, so I can only assume that it's shaving cream.
You know, you would think a lot of umpires might be a little bit more upset. Oh,
yeah, he just tossed the feed. Now he's just upset. The turf monster got him, tripped him up a little bit, and he's tossing the rubber. He's tossing the turf out of this game as well.
Give me a hand here, please.
Unbelievable. And we'll see now, maybe this gets Joy Handsome back in the good graces of Albertson.
Of course, Albertson, an ultimate professional. Doesn't want to wipe that off, just wants to keep play going.
And our official score, if you're wondering, if you're scoring at home,
yes.
E9 on that play.
E9 on that play if you're keep track at home for this broadcast here tonight. Glad you're with us. Storm, it's always a pleasure to be alongside you.
Sit down! Sit down! Sit down!
And this
Albertson,
is
again,
a real issue. Both mascots.
Yeah.
Now, we had one of these mascots called out for the card. There's a reason for our
Dumbledore
mascot
should
to
be
out
there. Dumbledore should be there, but the clown mascot needs to exit the field. He's holding up the pace of play here.
And now Albertson just exasperated here, and now we got a new batter coming to the plate. This is Ronnie Smith. First into him, hit on the ground sharply to short. Looking back, polka dot across the diamond. It's too tall, and it bounces into the stands.
Boy, Ronnie with the least clever name on the Magicians, but that's a great baseball play there, showing the aggressiveness. As Albertson now trying to explain what happens here. So they're going to give second base to Smith, and another run scored, I do believe, so it should be 5-0.
Run scores.
Run scores. Albertson confirms.
Right on top of it. Polka dot.
Apologize for the language. Our effects mic sometimes picks up some of the on-field language, and we apologize to our younger viewers if anyone was offended by that from the umpire.
Heat of the battle. You know, there are a lot of things to learn out here, and as a ball player, learning to curse at the right time is a big part of the game.
Yep, and that'll be out. Number 2 run will score, though, on the chopper to the left side. What's the third baseman doing? I don't think he thought the hitter touched base, and he's bringing it over to the first baseman. Guess he's not confident in the throw across the diamond. Didn't want another run advancing there, as again the Circus was just charged with another error on that overthrow on the first baseman. We'll keep another runner at first now for the Magicians.
Percy throwing it all over the yard, and now Donovan Slate comes to the plate. He had that big bases clearing triple back in the second inning.
Still dealing with
I'm not into that. Time out.
with
And that
the
really
whipped
is
cream.
a lot of pie in the face there
Ground
for
screw out here.
crew chief Albertson. And
I need ground screw out
what's-
here, please.
hold on a second. He's calling
bring a
time, and
towel
now
if
he's
you
headed
could.
out towards right field.
I believe
Groundskeeper, I need you
he's
out
asked for the grounds crew. Something wrong with the field right now, and he'll
hold that for a second.
go out for some inspection. And as he's calling, the umpire is calling for the grounds crew. And of course, when you're involved with any baseball league, the grounds crew guy
I need grounds crew, please.
is really that makes the game go. The way they keep up the field, and how they paint the lines, take care of the turf. So
I
I'm not
said
sure what
time out.
Albertson sees out in the outfield here. It looks like there's an errant sheet. There it is. Here comes the groundskeeper out of the right field bullpen. Oh, look out. Brakes are on the right side, sir.
This right here.
Just kidding, you're on the left.
This right here.
Fucked up. He called you.
So look, oh man, yeah, that's an errant piece. An errant piece of grass here. Let's see what he has to say.
How'd you get that on your
See if
leg?
we can get a listen in here on what Albertson has to say to the grounds crew.
I just seen red all over.
Definitely an artificial piece of grass has been placed on the turf. Oh, look at the tool he's getting out now. He's going to do a little.
No, he put the performers out there on the unicycle.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay, just a little trim.
Unbelievable.
Doing some manscaping.
Like that everyone would do.
I believe he is manscaping this field right now. That is the Manscaped trim. Look at the job it's doing. I mean, that's a great job out of that trimmer. Maybe he could have used that Manscaped razor behind home plate. You know, we saw him tripping on that turf earlier.
I think we're having mic problems. I think the pie to the face has affected the audio here. So, what a good job of manscaping that piece of lawn.
Just pulling the pie right out of his mic.
Yep.
And you saw Harry Helium got a little swab of that pie on his way out there, and he approved. Maybe that's why crew chief Albertson not too upset about that pie.
You can see in the background there, the center fielder and right fielder trying to stay warm as they get back on the unicycles. As left fielder, right fielder using a boxing glove here in this infield.
You're not
Here in
my
this
mic.
half inning. So technical difficulties on the field. Albertson is trying to get it straight, but he stopped time here, or he called time as, again, there's a, out of nowhere, just a random piece of sod laid on the field, and we can't have that as it's not the same level as the artificial turf here, so Albertson had to do some manscaping. Excuse me, Storm, I got to go buy a manscape.
That's a good call. We do have a former caveman on our broadcast. If you haven't heard, there's quite a bit of hair on his back that he does need to tend to. So we will hear from Gary a little bit later. Actually, I believe he is taking care of that rather quick. Says quite a bit about how well a job that Manscaped razor does for you.
Yeah, I was due for a shave in the back. My wife will certainly appreciate it when I get home tonight with a nice smooth back and those hands run down.
I think she might be knocking on my door. I think that Harry back might have been what was doing it for you.
Yeah.
Good play made over there at third base. Magicians will take their 5-0 lead to the bottom half of this inning. The Circus need to get something going here.
Yeah, absolutely. Trailing by 5 runs here in their half of the third inning. This is no more of a laughing matter. They have got to get some runs, and it has to start right now.
Paul Laffington will try to get it going. He cracks one foul onto the green stuff out in the left field territory. Foul territory, excuse me.
Yeah, almost hit the basketball hoop on that left side of the field. There's a playground as well down that left side as Albertson will get some more balls to the home plate. As we've seen a couple of now hard hit balls find the stands. Oh, some of that feel-good juice again for the Magicians. The elixir of life, if you will.
It makes you wonder if Doug Dove is getting an unfair advantage out here.
Performance-enhancing elixir, is that what you're saying?
And you know what?
You on the juice?
It does make you wonder as well, Is there a potential deal with the Drunkards in the works?
That's true, too. Again, the Drunkards played the Mimes here. Crunch Time will be following our broadcast here tonight. Tom Chairman and Dickie Dreck will have highlights and full breakdowns of the games around the JBA today. Again, the Drunkards played the Mimes. Not quite sure how many sober players the Drunkards had today. And then the Caveman versus the Old Ladies as well, happening in the JBA.
Get a look at that lineup for the California Circus. So a reminder, that post-game show coming your way after this. Crunch Time. Dove. Uh-oh.
Old hidden ball trick, it looked like.
Flied into right field, long run. Hat comes off, and the catch is made.
Great running catch by Mystery, the right fielder. Had to go a long way. Lost his hat in the process, but kept the focus. As all magicians do.
With that play, and Xavier McMagic giving his approval from center field. We saw him make 3 straight catches out there in center field in the second inning. Dove, more hidden ball tricks, as that one's fouled straight back off the pole by Greg Taffy.
Yeah, Greg Laffy Taffy at the plate right now. Has plenty of different flavors that he can be successful with.
I think there's no doubt that the banana flavor is hands down the best, so he would love to pull a banana flavored hit out of his pocket right here.
Good eye there from Taffy.
And you like that call from Albertson behind home plate. Sometimes you're not sure where the pitch missed. Albertson always lets you know. McMagic slowly.
Oh, what a play! That had to be the elixir, the magic elixir into the glove.
Xavier McMagic, beer in hand. This guy can do it all.
What a slab. Oh, what a play. Falling down.
The best part of that entire play, not one drop of beer lost. Not one.
Wow.
Even the Circus have some appreciation for that.
That is a man's play right there. What was some of the Circus players getting involved with the fans here?
I mean, that looked like...
That could be a good reason why they're trailing here 5-0. They're more focused on the antics of the game rather than playing the game.
Hunter Sweets looking for a word of encouragement from his lady out in the stands after getting caught stealing at second base earlier. So after the outstanding play, here comes Sweets.
Trying to steal a little candy from the fans here.
To a knee for that one. Huge swing from Hunter Sweets, but he comes up empty. The Circus have been nothing short of a clown show thus far.
No, it was a moonwalk strike call there from Chief Umpire Albertson. It's fouled back out of play. I see the security guard now walking in around the stands. You can see him there. He's enjoying some of that nice elixir as well. Passes it off. We are in good hands here tonight. Nothing going to happen here. Security has done a nice job going with the backwards hat now. Telling everybody he's not messing around and keep it within the rules and regulations of the game and the ballpark fair.
Oh, 0-2, and Sweets is hit again. Breaks his bat.
Stop.
Yeah, wisely throws the broken bat away. Doesn't want to get caught with a weapon. Security might have to come to the field again to keep the fireworks from exploding here. So the second time he's been hit and warnings have been issued by Albertson. Doesn't want this game to get out of hand.
And you wonder if frustration might boil over here for the Circus. They're losing this game big. They've been hit by a pitch for the second straight time, and now their dugout gets warned for getting hit by the pitch.
I think the Magicians were trying to say he dove into that. He wasn't really hit by it.
It's okay.
They're going bonkers.
Yep. Trying to break out the jackhammer. And there's Handsome on the mound trying to settle his group down.
It hit him right in the elbow. Yeah.
I think that
He
was
took
a
the pie to the
Yeah.
face well, but I don't know how well that jackhammer is going to go over.
No. And that is exactly what the Magicians are arguing. They don't think that he was actually hit by the pitch. They think it hit the bat, and that's why the bat broke.
Yeah.
So we'll see what what kind of conclusion he comes to. But we have a runner on first for the California Circus.
You know
It's
who
like
I am?
Joy Handsome has made his way back onto the bad side of Albertson.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Joey Handsome, manager for the Magicians. He doesn't have an assistant. I hear they're highly sought after, though.
Polka Dot, who has popped 9 home runs this year.
Oh, the
Coming
hit
to the
ball
plate.
trick! The hidden ball trick! The third out of the inning. The Magicians pull out the wand, create a little magic, an illusion, and they're out of this inning, Storm.
We saw Dove do it on the mound, and now they do it at first base. Albertson all over it. We're still at a 5-0 score as Salmon leading things off. And
Oh,
my!
no, this could go on for a while.
Oh my goodness! This is not good. That all came out of his eyeball.
Ribbon in the eye. That's no fun. Might need some eye drops to the field.
Really makes you wonder. He reached base his first time up with all of that in the back. Was that hiding in his brain? Where did that come from?
Even more impressive that he was able to get the first inning single with all that in his eye.
Unbelievable. We talked. He loves the adversity. We talked about him swimming upstream, and now he takes it in the ass. Oh no!
Nobody ever wants to take it that way.
Hit by the pitch. And
I
Big
told
Top,
you already not to
or
do
excuse
that.
me, Big Boy Buckle thrown out of the game.
Yeah, the Magicians are out of their dugout. They want Buckle out of this game. As again, both teams have been warned here.
Buckle has been ushered to the turf. His catcher trying to
Restrain him.
avoid
Yeah.
punches being thrown.
Don't need a long-term suspension here for the Circus, again, playing
I'm
for
not
playoff
messing around.
positioning. So Albertson letting the next pitcher know that there's no messing around. He already warned both dugouts in the previous inning, no more hit batters. And the first batter of this top half of this fourth inning gets drilled, as you said, Kyle, or as you said, Storm, right in the ass.
Goodness, that cannot feel good, first of all. And second, Big Boy on the mound. I mean, there was no fear in Crew Chief Albertson right there when he tossed him out of the game. I don't want Big Boy Buckle coming after me. I don't know about you. I'm just not going to throw him out of the game.
And I want to be taken to dinner before someone goes after my ass.
Now we got another card being played here.
Wind and dine.
Oh boy,
Power card.
it's a rare power card. Let's get a closer look at this one.
Coach. Got to run backwards through the bases the whole half inning.
Backwards through the bases, whole inning. So all base runners will be running
The
backwards
entire
here.
rest of the half inning.
This could be big time trouble. We've already seen
Not yet.
Hunter Sweets
So the-
caught stealing running forwards. I can only imagine backwards.
Yeah, I believe this is the third power card we've seen here in this game. So both managers have done a nice job of implementing and choosing and picking their spots wisely of when to play that power card. Is Big Boy Buckle back on the field? He can't do this.
I believe this is Greg Taffy who has come in to replace. Oh, goodness. And we got more theatrics going on now. I believe this is Big Boy who's come out back behind.
Yeah, Big
beyond
Boy
the mound.
felt bad for his teammates, thought they needed some refreshments. They've obviously seen the Magicians drink on the field, so why not give it a try? The other team, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So
Albertson's patience is wearing thin here.
so yep, just trying to.
Oh, he's out there. Buckle brought the pie.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I think he was just bringing some drinks to his fellow
That's
partners.
exactly what he was doing, and we've seen the Turf Monster pop up a couple of times here tonight. So
All
might
the
have
more
to have
reason.
Albertson get that Manscaper back out.
Exactly. That Manscaped razor did wonders out in right field. We've
Yeah.
seen some nice plays. out there in right field. And
got some uneven blades out there right now. The Manscaper 4.0 would be a great job to.
speaking of right field, by the way, right now it's unmanned. Now the right fielder is retreating back to his position, but I'm worried about left field and center field right now. They just do not look very engaged right now, partner.
Yeah, you saw. No, they don't. They've checked out of this game, and now we see another pitcher going into the bullpen with the backup catcher. So Taffy gets tabbed here. The tall right-hander has a runner on first base, and the power card was played, so all runners will now have to run backwards. It's a tiger inning. Throw down to first.
Hold on. He retreated back to that bag in a forward style. Crew Chief Albertson has not called him on it.
No, he has not, and the first baseman wanted the call there, didn't get it.
And that is one of the really important things to note here, Gary, is in these situations, you have to turn yourself around to run backwards back to the bag. You can't just run back forward.
You have to go back to the training field. You know, this doesn't happen all the time, so you have to rely on your training, rely on what you've done, get you to this moment, and just focus on making sure you're backpedaling. Toes to the ground first, each toe backpedal, left, right, focus on that, and you should be fine.
All muscle memory for Mike Salmon over at first base. The pitch to Donald Strange, and it's a call strike.
Oh, a big windup strike there from Albertson.
On the ground, chop towards second base, a backpedaling Salmon tagged out, and they turn two.
Oh, what a double play there. And again, the power card and doing magic right now for, on the other side, for the Circus. As they played the run for, or making sure those runners run backwards. Great tag, great throw over. And just the speed from number 20 there. It's, again, on the base pass, they have to backpedal all the way to the dugout as well. Uh-oh, here come the Mascots again.
Oh my goodness. We've got a big time brawl about to break out. The Mascots are going at it.
Oh, the catcher for the Circus got a couple of unnecessary shots in there on Dumbledore.
Oh no, this could be huge problems. They have now exited the field of play, and I don't think this is ending anytime soon, partner. We've seen this before. These two have got some serious beef. They've gone at it the last few times these teams have gotten together. This could end ugly.
A couple of right-handed uppercuts from Dumbledore, and they are going at it on the dugout for the California Circus.
What no one told you about Dumbledore is that in his younger days, he was a boxer training with Mike Tyson. He's showing off the moves. This is Nolan Ryan-esque.
Yeah, continue. Robin Ventura and Nolan Ryan basically right there, as Dumbledore continuing to pummel with the rights. The security guard is going to get the jackhammer as.
And you know what? At least California has something to be happy about at this point.
Indeed, as they're trying to show some fight, show some spirit. But unfortunately, Dumbledore was a little too much for the Clown
and
Mascot showdown.
Let's circle back to the manager for the Circus, Fred Bigtop. How about the timing of that card that he pulls out there with the runner on first to lead off the inning? They get the double play. Now 2 outs and nobody on, as that one is shot down the left field line, slicing into the corner. It's a fair ball, and it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
That ground rule double. So yeah,
Second base.
Little backpedal into second base as it's given to him. They sprayed that ball down the left side of the field, as you'll see a good cut here off of the breaking ball. Just did a nice job to stay back, make good contact, and right over the Grotto Beast sign.
And look at the way he keeps his hands inside the baseball there on that Fansley replay.
But going back to what you were talking about there, Storm Williamson, about that power card being played at the right time.
Thank you.
The manager for the California Circus, oh no, it's gone into the locker room now with the Mascots. Oh boy.
And this is what
we've
always wanted to see. Look at this.
Right.
Those uppercuts in tight. Oh no, the counter now. Dumbledore finally taking some shots. This has gotten interesting, folks.
He's dazed and confused. Look at this. Now they're making out.
Oh my goodness. A hate fest has turned into all love. I don't even want to know what's happening there.
What kind of anti-porn stuff is this?
And the backpedaling player gets past third base, coming home. It's a good throw. The backward slide, he's out. Unbelievable play. Xavier McMagic gunned down at the plate.
Yeah, McMagic just a step too slow there. A great throw from the left fielder to end that inning. It all goes back to that power card being played. Got that double play.
Is this the momentum changer? The Circus beat up the Magicians mascot and trail it by 5. We head to the 5th inning. You're watching Jerma Baseball Association. Welcome back. You get a look at Crew Chief Albertson in command of this game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 5-0 lead for the Maryland Magicians over the California Circus. Another look at Doug Dove on the mound. He will go to work once again against this Circus order. He has had all kinds of success so far, and former Hall of Fame caveman Gary Grunt, tell us what's been going so well for them so far in this game.
Well, the Magicians have done a very good job of, taking advantage of getting good pitches to hit and then driving those balls in the gap, scoring those runs. And you hope on the other side right now, if you're a Circus fan, that they string together some consecutive hits here. Only 1 hit right now through the first 4 innings.
Percy Polkadot hitting a robust 282 on the year and slugging 444. You'd have to think this would be the guy to break him out, if anyone.
Yeah, and the Magicians have deployed an interesting outfield strategy here. That's 3 center fielders right now, nobody in left or right field. So we'll see how this works out for the Magicians.
There's a lot of conversation out there in center field. I think they all just want to play center field. They're kind of pointing towards the other outfield positions, trying to get each other to go out there, but they have all been determined to play center field in this inning.
Anyway, if that's the position you want to play, they don't want to give it up. And ball players, aren't really. They want to fight for that position that they played. They don't want to learn another position. They want to play center field. Right now, we've got 3 of them for the Magicians. Of course, out of Maryland. As you mentioned earlier, it's a coastal battle with California taking on a team squad, the Magicians out of Maryland.
And meanwhile, Doug Dove has lost his command a bit on the mound. He opens up this bottom of the 4th with a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man. And now it's the 3-hitter, David Honk, coming up for the Circus. It feels like this is their chance right here. And we're getting some
Beer Man is on the field, bringing some libations out to those 3 center fielders. They needed to wet that whistle. Hard work out there in center.
And I'll tell you what, the more impaired these Magicians seem to get, the better they seem to play.
Yeah.
Until now, a blast into left center field, and it will one-hop the wall. He was pimping that one the whole way. David Honk not running out of the box. They had him at second base if it was an accurate throw. He's still going to third as the throw got away. He's thinking home. Here he comes. And no tag.
Oh,
There's still
live
play.
ball. Oh, good move. Oh, the swim move. The swim move.
He applied the tag, but the ball came out.
He's safe. The Circus is on the board. The swim move. The offensive lineman going up against the defensive lineman. The swim move gets to the quarterback, and a run is scored.
David Honk showing off the defensive end skills. Look at that blast off of the bat.
Yeah, you got not quite all of it, but enough to get it to the wall, and the 3 center fielders went and tracked that one down. Surprised he didn't get it over for a ground rule double, but good hustle around the base pass to get that run across the board. 2 runs across the board.
Magicians manager Joy Handsome contesting the call. But indeed, that ball was dropped as you get a look at Doug Dove.
There's a swim move we talked about.
Just could not handle that swim move. Yeah. Too powerful.
Yeah.
Way too powerful from David Honk. And, some of you out there may have played a little MLB slugfest in your day. Great move there from David Honk. One of the classic moves that you will ever see in the JBA.
He basically pulled, many of our viewers may have played slugfest, but what about some NFL blitz? Pulled out a nice NFL blitz move there.
Well, he pulled out DeBomb with the bat in his hands. And then he turned on the Jets coming home.
So 2 runs across for the Circus. Storm, my friend worked in a circus one time. He was a human cannonball when he retired. They didn't replace him. They couldn't find anyone else of the same caliber as him.
That is just really a shame. The caliber of this circus team, incredible, but they haven't shown it yet.
Yeah, it's heating up right now. They try to stay off of, or try to get another run on first base, but a great play by the Magicians, and maybe they've settled back down. And as we have another break in the action here, as here come the clown jesters from the California Circus heading to the mound, the jugglers.
Uh-oh, this is something that could really get
Yes.
Doug Dove off of his game. He surrendered his first 2 runs of the game in this inning. And now we talked about some of those distractions
Yes,
that
we
the
did.
starting pitcher, Big Boy Buckle, had to deal with. Well, now the tables have turned. Let's see how the Magicians can deal. I mean, this is not an easy thing. It's hard to juggle those pins in the first place, but to try to pitch with them going in front of you, behind you, and now look at this. Joy Handsome.
Another power card. Looked like a baby card being played, but the baby, that's a legendary card. Chosen player must wear a baby bib and baby bonnet for their next at bat if they do not get a hit and add 3 runs to your team's score.
And I'll tell you what, there's a reason why this is a legendary card, Gary. This is the most demoralizing card in JBA play. If you do not successfully complete the baby bib hit, it is one of the biggest game changers in this sport. We could see a tie ball game after this at-bat.
Yeah, we absolutely could, and certainly don't want the embarrassment of having to wear a grown-up having to wear a baby bib, but that's just the way we play it here in the JBA, and I'm just super impressed right now with the jugglers. Oh, they just knocked the hat off of Doug Dove, getting a little chirping now for the Magicians bench.
The Circus is really rounding into form right
Circus
now.
is in town right now.
Look at all this.
Look at Albertson. Look at the skill. Not only can he call a great game behind the plate, look at this.
Are you kidding me? Crew Chief Albertson. I think he called himself out.
Umpire Panda.
Well, you know what? When you have an out call as legendary as Crew Chief Albertson, you can't help but call yourself out time and time again.
No, and Albertson showing off the multi-talented skills that he has, and maybe we have seen him in the past do the spinning plate trick with a unicycle, so he toned it down just a little bit there. We've seen him in earlier this season where he did it with a unicycle, and now the beer guy on the Magician side of it. And there's our baby bib there.
This is a huge moment in this game.
Yep, there's the baby bottle.
Manny Upchuck wears that bib as good as any of them.
That's a large nipple on that bottle. Our fabulous crew helping out as well.
What size diaper do you think that is, Gary?
That is a 38 large for sure. That can hold some liquid.
38 large. And, you know, we know it can hold some liquid. The problem is, you know, if Upchuck deposits some solids into that thing, how long will it last?
Ooh, not very long. We've had some bleed-through issues with a recall problem with this particular brand of diapers, so
as far as I understand, the payload is 30 pounds. So as long as Manny Upchuck does not exceed that weight, he should be okay.
Yeah, up-chucking is fine. They don't need any down-chucking right now.
You don't have to pretend to be.
That is a great point, and that's why we bring.
Oh, baby wanted to bring the bottle to the plate. So
and you're not allowed to do that.
No bottles at the plate. Only libation bottles, elixir bottles. No baby bottles allowed at home plate.
So here we go.
Should be a lot of action in the hips here.
If Upchuck does not pick up a hit, it would be Maryland to pick up the 3 runs and be out to an 8-2 lead. Upchuck calls time, understanding this is a veteran move here by Upchuck. He may be wearing a diaper, but this is not his first time in the box.
No, sir. Love the bonnet.
First pitch from Dove. Skips in and he pops it up. Just past the shortstop. Tough play, but it's made. And that'll add 3 more onto the board for the Magicians.
Yeah, you have to wonder if he should have just taken that pitch. It bounced in front of the plate. Maybe got a little antsy, wanted to create something for his team. As see bouncing well in front of home plate. And hits a sand wedge to short center field. Short left center, I should say.
We saw some Vlad Guerrero type theatrics earlier in this game. I called out Ichiro at the time. Both of them have had their call at it, and now Doug Dove looking back towards his defense. Oh, what do we got going on here? The old spin turn fire for a strike.
Trying to change up the delivery here in the California Circus. Now trailing 8-2. They've got to start stringing together some consecutive hits. Only 2 hits in the ball game right now for the Circus.
Harry Helium at the dish. Dove.
Very slow, methodical.
Molasses-like
Oh,
as
good
he
pause.
shakes off the pitch a little shimmy. The eephus is grounded towards short, charging in, and the play is not made because now all of a sudden,
Hey, he's trying to row the boat
Oh,
down
goodness,
that first base
and-
line. Not enough water to get him to first.
yeah, this has been a game owned by the Magicians. That baby card pulled out, the legendary card, and the baby bib did not treat the Circus well. Just when it looked like they were getting some momentum, 3 runs right back on the board to the Magicians.
Yeah, 8-2 lead now for the Magicians. A slight delay here before we start the top of the 5th here. I believe there was a bathroom break that had to be had for some of the players. So the pregame meal had some hot, spicy food. So I think some players had to run to the restroom to take care of that.
Yeah, some things definitely that needed to be taken care of.
Ooh,
And
some
we're
magic.
not sure
Look at
how much of it ended
this.
up in the dive. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at this illusion. Pulling out the tricks now. Up, still pulling. Up, still pulling. Pull.
Oh, Roy Flushman. No, where? Come on.
Where is all this coming from? There we go. The hat's for bats. Keep bats warm.
Drone screaming behind home plate. And that one's taken up, so Flushman has found himself ahead in the count. 3-0 against Greg Taffy.
Head of the count, had a nice little pull out the ribbon trick out of the tin can.
Oh, Babe has called his shot. Flushman.
Uh-oh.
Right over the Surf Shark sign. And he pops it up in the shallow center.
He was just pointing to the shallow center. That's where he was pointing. So that's exactly what he wanted to do.
And he pulls it off.
Yeah, he
the
pointed
shallow center field pop-up.
So that's exactly what he wanted to do.
That's not one you see executed every day.
No. To give yourself out like that, it's just such an unselfish thing to do for your team.
And it takes some guts to call that shot. It's not one you see every day.
So I guess
he said, look, I got this in my back pocket, no problem.
He left all of his magic in his pre-game, pre-at-bat routine there, pulling all that yarn out of the can.
Let's see what kind of magic mystery has in store for us. Craig gets jammed on the first pitch from behind home plate. Oh, look at the effort. Oh, he grabbed it before it hit the ground. He's got it in his glove. They're trying to get rid of his gear.
He's out of play. Oh, what a play.
Oh, this is why you tune into the JBA. Immediately out of the dugout, Joy Handsome is livid.
We saw the whole way that ball never touched the ground.
The net and the glove at the same time. That's it.
Net and glove, you heard it right there from Albertson. Net and glove at the same time, that's an out.
Unbelievable play made by Hunter Sweets. He's been plunked by 2 pitches in this game, and now some payback.
I think that's about the 8th or 9th warning that Albertson has given toward the Magicians bench for all the talking they've been doing.
Got 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Nobody aboard.
I think
Taffy.
it's after the 10th inning or the 10th warning, or someone will get thrown out. So a couple more warnings before someone gets tossed.
Pitch floats in there, and it's a call strike.
How
Not
about
sure.
that? The Circus in town creating a little magic of their own.
And I think, during that bathroom break, Taffy may have drug out a little tissue with him as well.
The old toilet paper on the heel of the shoe trick, huh?
The
And
left-handed
Albertson
pitch.
just called himself out.
And that's the second time he's done that. So Albertson is down to 1 out now in this game.
Yep.
Taffy with a 1-1 count facing Ronnie Smith. The pitch. Ronnie tattoos it into the gap in left center field. He gets down for a base hit.
Another hit for the Magicians. Good piece of hitting. And what is this?
Oh.
That's some camaraderie there between opposing teams.
Wow, and we'll see how these opposing dugouts take to this. As you see,
Perhaps an
Harry,
alliance. I do know he's a free agent at the end of the year. Perhaps some collusion going on, some tampering. Perhaps they come play for the California Circus.
Harry
You don't want to
Helium.
play for the Magicians anymore.
Helium trying to plead his case over there. Hit sharply towards second base, but another nice play made over there. Solid as can be all day long for Paul Laffington. The Magic out to an 8-2 lead over the California Circus. You're watching JBA Baseball with the bunny on screen for you right there. That's as good as it gets.
That's a great illusion. Uh-oh, what's he gonna do? Where's the bunny gonna go now? Is he just gonna keep holding it? Let's see another trick, sir. You know, it reminds me of the time back in my caveman playing days where we tried to order a pizza mid-game, and the operator on the other end, when we made the call from the dugout, we ordered a large pepperoni. And he said, "Do you want that in 16 slices or in 8 slices?" So I said, "I don't think we can eat 16 slices. Let's just make it 8."
How we doing? We good?
You know, that's a good call. You would think though that the cavemen would have the appetite to put down 16 slices, but you know, 8 far less pizza to eat. So
Yes,
that's good.
Yeah, a large pizza cut into 8 pieces instead of 16 is much more manageable for a group of our the team that we had back there for the cavemen.
Certainly. You know,
I can't
that's-
wait to get the post game report from the crunch time on see how the cavemen did today.
That is a really important thing for fans to look forward to. Germination, we have a post-game show coming your way at the conclusion of this one. Crunch time, as you heard Gary Grunt allude to it, and Gary on his way to the Cavemen Hall of Fame, and that's got to be not only a great honor for you, Gary, but it's going to be a lot of fun to go out there and be back with the guys that you won a championship back in 2017 with.
Yeah, it was a great time and a great journey to be with the Cavemen, and I'm happy to donate my back hair to the Hall of Fame for the Cavemen as well. So it should be a fun ceremony. Libations will be had, and be good to see some of my old teammates.
And a lot of people don't know this, but we're actually suffering in our world today from a back hair shortage, and if it weren't for people like you, Gary, there just wouldn't be enough to go around. So we appreciate what you do for the good people of not only the Jerma Baseball Association, but looking out for the greater good as well.
And so it's not locks of love, you know, it's curly hair for love. Curly back hair for love is what we're trying to do, and just trying to raise awareness that, you know, some men out there can't grow back hair, and others like myself have some to give, and just trying to help the community, make them a little hairier. That's a little bit more caveman.
From the heart of our Hall of Famer, Gary Grunt. 3-1, the count to Lenny Munson. You hear that famed little grunt there from Gary, and you know, when you play behind home plate, there are plenty of times where, hey, you got to reach for that baseball, you got to do this or that. Just a natural grunt gets the job done in those situations.
It really started as kind of a joke, as you know, as I tended to pass a lot of gas, you know, behind home plate, so it'd be a little loud, and I didn't want Albertson to hear it, so I would grunt a little bit, and then a little you know, and a, so he couldn't tell the difference if it was.
Gary, that is a poof card that Albertson was just never ready for.
No, and I had a lot of poofs in my day, so.
And check this out, we got some.
Oh, the Circus trying to get into the Magician's dugout.
Oh,
and a balloon fight. Balloon sword fight has broken out here.
Albertson trying to get this under order, but the Circus has broken loose.
You guys all right?
Silly clowns.
Is that Schmidt Papo, after being thrown out of the game, gets back out there to get involved in the balloon fight?
I wonder if the league will take notice of that, because once you've been ejected, you come back onto the field, you could face suspension. So we'll see if the league wants to take another look at that.
Look at it. Albertson even appreciates this gag here from the Circus. So we'll see if you know, that positive reinforcement from our crew chief gives them that momentum. We've been talking about it for quite a while now. This is a Circus team that came into this game with 3 more wins than the Maryland Magicians.
Still no outs here. Runner on first for the California Circus. 3 center fielders once again for the Magicians. They employed it in the last couple innings now, and I think the guys are just having a good time, just gabbing like a couple of schoolgirls out there.
And you know, when you're up by 6, a little socialization is in play. So the Magicians taking advantage, and look
Another
out!
hit batter.
Another hit batter.
Look out. Oh, false alarm. False alarm.
And, you know, that was a really aggressive run towards the mound by Paul Laffington. He took a 90-degree turn towards first base right as he got close to our picture. Victor Vanish on the mound for the Maryland Magicians.
And decided to make it no laughing matter for Laffington, as we now have runners on first and second for the California Circus. They'll try and trapeze themselves into a couple of runs here.
A catapulting effort would be the one that they're looking for right now. And here comes Fred Bigtop, and now he's joined with Joy Handsome. Now look, Joy clearly has the better looks, and he's going to try to demoralize Fred Bigtop.
Calling him a crybaby there. You saw the crybaby motion there.
Look at this, Bigtop.
Oh, power card.
He's going to play the power card.
What a power move.
I was just going to say.
A power move from the manager.
A power move on top of the power card being played.
Lights off. Other coach must wear a bag on his head for the rest of the inning. So the both managers go at it, and the Circus manager pulls out the lights out card.
And this is the type of stuff that has Fred Bigtop in the discussion for Manager of the Year in the JBA this year. Look at this. He shoves Joy Handsome down to the turf and now personally goes over to put the bag on his head emphatically.
Coach is definitely in the bag now.
You keep that on for the rest of the inning.
Good pitch.
Taffy tips it into the mitt there. Vanish feeling himself after that delivery.
Yeah, Vanish does like to feel himself a lot. Well, although he seems to disappear rather quickly.
We have seen a lot of hit batters in this game. Check behind the runner at second base. It bounces off of the shortstop and stays right in his general vicinity. So
thought that one was going to center field. It looked like it took a bad hop there. You're getting another look at this.
It's
throw down to second from the knees.
Donovan Slate is in a straitjacket at second base. So, you know, double play situation, that's going to make it really tough to turn.
Very tough, but we've seen the likes of a player of his caliber make good plays with his feet and kick the ball over nicely. So no stranger to the straitjacket.
And that's something that the JBA really brings out is, you know, you watch players in regular baseball leagues, and it's just not that impressive. The skill set does not need to be that wide. You better run backwards in this league, get a fly ball out into center field. All three of them have a look at it. The center fielder chucked his glove but didn't come up with it. It's the left center fielder with the play, and they fire home to keep the runners put.
A selfish play by the center fielder there, trying to make the play without his glove, trying to put a hex on the glove to make that catch. You'll see it right here, the guy in the center of the center field trying to hex the glove. Almost caught it, but the left center fielder got it and made the out. 2 down here.
Bag is still on.
Oh, look at this.
Big one.
Oh, my goodness. Trichotomous. This is a game breaker. All runs now worth 3 in this half inning.
Wow. This could easily put the Circus right back into this game should we get a base hit here.
Game-tying run, standing at second base with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and all the while, Joy Handsome has a bag over his head.
Hunter Sweets, like candy, has got a golden opportunity for the California Circus right here.
Hunter Sweets came to the plate as the leadoff man for the Circus in the bottom of the 1st inning, hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count. Came up in his second at-bat in the 3rd. With an 0-2 count, he was hit by the pitch, and here he grabs it, and he's going to fire it deep into right field. And it's off the glove of the right fielder, and they are rounding second and third. 1 run comes home.
That's 3, and another 3.
And we're tied.
We're tied. I don't even know what to call that.
He snatched that right out of thin air. Hunter Sweets.
Literally a circus. Catches it and launches this ball to right center.
Unbelievable play by Hunter Sweets. That is not something you see every day. And what a risky play to jump out in front of the plate. If you do not grab that cleanly, disaster breaks loose in an inning where all runs count for 3. And Joy Handsome wants to protest this call, but he can't even find Albertson with the bag on his
Yeah,
head.
he didn't even see it. He's just being told what happened. And he's trying to figure out if that's a legal play or not. And I think Albertson's going to let it go.
Albertson's not buying this argument.
No,
I
he's
mean,
not.
you have to come with a succinct, logical argument, and Handsome just never got to look at that play.
6 runs scored off of the base hit, and what a time again. The power cards have been played at the exact right time, the exact right moment, and they have made a huge impact in this game. Playing the run card is sweet for sweets, aren't we all, sir? Aren't we all? What a play.
And he takes ball 1. Percy Polka Dot walked earlier in this game.
Starting to turn into the greatest show here.
It
Greatest
sure
show
is.
on dirt, or turf. Yeah, dirt. Dirt turf?
Pellets.
Pellets?
Bounce towards third base, charging hard, off balance. The throw
away.
is spiked. 3 more runs will come home.
The Circus have the lead. 11 to 8.
Unbelievable. A 9-run inning. On 3 runs scored, has the Circus on top.
I've been reading the comments, and a lot of folks out there really didn't think that the Circus was going to go away, and sure enough, they're right back in this thing with the lead.
Fred Big Top, one of the best in the business for a reason, pulls 2 power cards out of his back pocket. The timing just scintillating here in the bottom of the 5th. A 3-run lead now for California, 11 to 8.
The second baseman for the Magicians getting a little bit more free out of that straitjacket.
And you know, that's a frustrating situation, partner. I know you've been hit with that straitjacket a few times in your playing days. It gets a little claustrophobic by the end of the inning.
It's tough to get off, but there is a secret. Obviously, this player doesn't know, and it's a secret of the pros that we like to call oh, that's a terrible throw.
David Honk goes down for it, golfs it out, and that one has been thrown out of the ballpark. I hope there's some insurance on that van over there. He may have drilled it.
Yep, that was an errant throw. Just took off on the center fielder, and he might have an insurance bill coming his way.
Folks,
Watch this.
That ball cleared the entire stands.
And let's see if we get a shot of the cart. Almost hit. Oh!
Oh my gosh! What a look from our production crew here.
Great camera work out there in center field.
Jerma baseball as professional as it gets.
Oh, and he's trying to stay on first base here. He's out, but trying to. Oh, and he's out. Look at him. He's got out of the straitjacket just in time to play some defense with 2 outs left. And there was some confusion over who's going to be on first base. Looked like that Polka Dot trying to, or it was Honk, excuse me, who's standing on first base. Didn't think that
they forgot
be out.
that crew chief Albertson is well in control of this game. He's letting everyone know.
Also a great job by the second baseman for the Magicians.
Giggles!
To get out of that straitjacket. Now he's an integral part once again of this defense.
Look at the form from Albertson. Pure athlete. Makes you wonder how he's not on this field playing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He could easily be play for either one of these.
He got a fan!
Oh.
He got a fan!
You're out of the game. I've heard you the whole game. You're out.
Oh my goodness, he got 2 of them. 2 for 1.
Fan is not happy, picks up his trash and throws it towards Albertson and exits the game as he's now been thrown out. So Albertson has issued a lot of warnings. His first ejection of the game, excuse me, second ejection of the game. This time a fan.
That's correct. We saw Papo tossed earlier in the game. He did come back out of the dugout in the balloon fight that we saw earlier. And We want to remind everyone, this is all going on with a bag on top of Joy Handsome, the head coach of the Maryland Magicians' head.
Yeah, can't see what's happening, can't employ any shifts in the defense, can't give his pitcher a signal. All he can do is listen and clap.
And not only that, here Gary Grunt, future Hall of Famer for the Phoenix Cavemen, you can't make the necessary adjustments as Vanish pulls the hidden ball trick.
Wow!
Oh, he's got it in his glove.
What's
it came
Albertson
in so
gonna
fast,
call?
they couldn't
He
even
calls
see
him
it.
out.
It's a strikeout.
Wow! What an illusion from the Magicians. Now you see it, now you don't, and you're out.
Victor Vanish, out of nowhere, he gets them out of the pickle. Still a 3-run game, the California Circus. Oh, Big Top absolutely hates it. In the dugout for the Magicians, Joy Handsome had no shot of arguing the call. He had a bag over his head. He could not see anything that was going on.
Trickery going on here now on our screen.
The double
flipping
bird.
the bird. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the suck it. Okay, okay. All right, the double bird suck it. And now some TP being flowed on or onto the field.
No, you're
I haven't done that
out of the game.
since I was
Oh,
in 6th grade.
Albertson tosses
another
him.
one, another clown
You're out of
tossed.
the game. You're out of the game.
Didn't like the toilet paper on the field.
Right now, you're out of the game right now. I'm the umpire. You're out of the game.
I think he was trying to throw him at the umpire's been shit tonight. So I think that's why he was trying to throw the TP on the field, let him know to wipe it up.
You're
Wow.
out of the game. You're out of the game. That's not a funny joke.
Roll in hand. You know, he was praising the circus earlier
Yeah.
for how funny they were with their antics. Now that it's directed at Albertson, he's not so happy about it. And, you know, I hate to bring this up here, Gary Grunt, but is this maybe a little too much ego from Albertson here?
Yeah, we've seen it from time to time where some buttons could be pushed, and that's just the wrong button to push for Albertson, and he didn't appreciate the gesture that he's been shit tonight.
Laffy Taffy brings it home. It's in there for a call strike. Albertson, you know, he spent a long time in that bathroom
He sure
between
did.
innings, and you have to say it's well-timed from California. You can't be that upset.
I'm thinking it was at least a 4 or 5 flusher for Albertson because he was in there way too long, and let's hope that he dropped in a couple of courtesy flushes because we saw his pregame meal, and that was probably a stinky, stinky poo-poo.
And, you know, on the year, Albertson is averaging 2.73 flushes per dump, and if he exceeded that amount, you have to say that is pretty warranted from California.
Yeah, you don't want too many bowel movements, and we'll see how the umpire responds here, Mr. Albertson.
Pitch comes in, and it's a ball low and outside. This is Mike Salmon at the plate. We saw him back his way over to first base for a single. And runner off with the
Late
pitch.
swing.
It is fouled out of play. That one comes in a little bit high as well. The count to 2-1. Nobody out and one man on for the Magicians here in the top of the 6th.
Let's see what kind of response the Magicians have here as trailing by 3 now. After that big inning
Runner on the move
in
again.
the bottom of the 5th.
And they'll have to send him right back to first base. Mike Salmon, 5'10", 190 pounds, a 291 hitter, including that base hit today. The 2-2 pitch. Put on the ground towards short. This could be 2. To second base for 1. Laffington turns around 1. Hopper to first, and just not quite in time. As thought about.
So yeah, out and safe, out at second base, safe at first base. The official call from Albertson is trying to regain control as well as he's trying to dry his, dealing with a little swamp ass in the behind the plate right now.
And, you know, we talked about that being, you know, one of your signature moves. The swampness can be really a game changer, and the Magicians
Look
are
at
at
this.
it again. Oh, my gosh.
Just endless amounts of Kleenex.
I mean, that's Donnie Strange.
I think they might want to save that and give it to Mr. or Umpire Albertson and maybe soak up some of that swamp ass he's got rocking right now.
Hunter Sweets is feeling a little sour after that. So now Strange will step in and try to come up with a hit. One out in the inning.
Saw Strange and BP taking some big hacks. I think he swung and missed at around 5 in a row and make some contact here. So we were wondering what kind of adjustments Strange would make. He did not look good, and BP made contact there. Certainly an integral part for the Magicians. Good work there by the ball clown.
The ball clown, really, for my money, he has been the best execution of anyone tonight.
Yeah.
Time and time again, he
Quick
comes
feet.
out same form.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just going to say, he's not afraid to take that extra step, make sure he's in the right position to hand the balls to Albertson.
Yeah, does a nice job of getting to Albertson to dugout.
Oh,
very
nearly took
quickly.
his head off. Taffy ducking for cover. And that would have been a colorful experience had that come to fruition. Another look. Strange just rips the cover off that ball, and Taffy do nothing but duck out of the way.
Number 24, Xavier.
Big chance here for the Magicians to get back in this. All they need is a 3-run shot. I have to wonder if I don't know how many power cards have been played for as this one sprayed the other way. Fair ball.
Just inside the line, a fair ball. 1 run coming home. Here comes the second, getting the wave around third. Headed towards third base himself, Xavier McMagic. And as he chugs the beer, he's coming home. He tucks the can at the catcher and scores.
And dabs. What a spray chart this guy has. Knocks it down the left field wall. 3 runs scored, and we are tied 11-11 at the top of the 6th. What a great job of hitting right here. Going oppo field.
Check that spray chart in
Oh,
the
look
back.
at that.
Oh, he got it from, that was Doug Dove that hooked him up. And we know old Dougie has had his way with the elixir throughout this game. He knew exactly what McMagic needed, that extra oomph to get him across home plate. We are all tied.
Needed that feel-good juice, and they've been, anytime that something special has happened for the Magicians, that feel-good juice has been a part of it.
2-hopper to third. No problem over there for Giggles. And Sean put it in the dirt. Tag is applied. And Jerma with the emphatic call. Crew Chief Albertson.
Oh, the bag is off, and now we can see, Hanson can see now, and doing the swan move, the figure skating swan move, as he's trying to tell him that he swan dived this. You see the initial play here is bobbled, but a great recovery, and right there the tag is applied, and you can see the ballerina move down that line by the runner, trying to evade the tag, and just couldn't.
And that is the kind of call that ends up getting crew chief Albertson into the championship game to be the crew chief time and time again. Just a bang play, and he's all over it.
All over it. Good call by Albertson.
Dumbledore really hates it, but look at that, just gloating on the other side. And this one stung past the shortstop, a tough hop. Roy Flushman caught it flush.
Been a lot of flushes here tonight between the bathroom and Flushman.
There really have. And that's another thing that we've got to really take into account here. Are these restrooms still usable by the 9th inning? We're just hoping for our fans' sake that we can get through this one.
Yeah, gonna have to maybe get a plumber in here to pipe the you-know-what right out of this field.
Well, we know Roy's a little bit busy, but we'll see if he can get some help for us out here. First pitch to Mystery, and he puts it through the hole between first and second. 2 outs in the inning and 2 runners now for the Magicians.
Yeah, Mystery is taking some good at-bats here. Extends the inning for the Magicians. They're trying to get a rally here. They led for a majority of this game. The Circus came back with 9 runs in the 5th inning. And a good response here by the Magicians. They're already putting up 3. They have 2 on with 2 out now, with a big-time hitter coming to the plate, Smith.
Ronnie Smith singled back in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 today. The pitch from Taffy. Bounces low and away. New ball game as we are into the 6th inning. All kinds of scoring in the last 2 frames, the last 2 innings in particular. 9 runs in the bottom of the last inning. This is bounced back up the middle, shift on with the runner, or with the fielder, excuse me, covering at second base, and with the foot on the bag, that is out number 3. So it'll be Victor Vanish back to the mound. He was outstanding in that last half inning of work, despite the 9 runs being put up on the board because of a power card, and now we've got another.
Yep, the upgrade is a rare card being played right now by the Magicians. It replaced bats with a much larger bat with more surface area for this half inning. So it's more of a club that they'll be using, a caveman club.
And Gary, you might have the inside info on how to use this correctly.
Yeah, this is my favorite bat to use when I was playing for the caveman. They obviously, it's a thick bat. I used to call mine the Fred Flintstone because it was just made of bedrock and could really put some power behind the ball, and that's why I hit a lot of home runs over my career playing for the caveman. So they were implemented that bat. Cup check here to make sure it works. I don't think actually he's wearing a cup. He's just beating himself in the balls right now.
And you know what? Sometimes you get to the bottom of the 6th inning and you need a good shot between the legs to wake you up. The pace of play has slowed a little bit with all the scoring that we've had here lately. And a nice shot to the nuts wake you up right away, as we have number 69, Manny Upchuck, coming to the plate. And we talk about so much when you use this club, the hair to bat ratio has to be correct, and it looks pretty good here.
Oh! First pitch swinging.
Throw up the line. Was the tag applied? Yes!
What a defensive play. The club does not pull through there for the Circus.
Oh,
There's
and
the comically
you see
large
a motion
bat.
for the swipe, just like in his playing days. Albertson in between innings. So
forgot to take the Imodium AD. He's got a little runs in his jeans right now. So
that's right. So now Harry
look at
Helium.
this.
Oh man, he's feeling himself.
There's
Look
the
out.
juice. That feel good juice.
Oh boy, Vanish.
Oh, and here we go. What kind of illusion are we going to see?
A 2-swigger. Look out. And
didn't work.
high
Didn't
and
work.
inside.
G-O-O-D-E-Y-E. Oh, twerking. Look out. Oh, there's the beer man.
Beer man and the
Now
booty.
now he's the hot dog man.
Out on the field. Showing bunt.
Ooh, I don't know if you want to bump the
Oh,
club.
and he
Not
takes
great
a
option.
strike. Nasty slider there from Vanish.
Uh-oh. Albertson thought about running over to the Magician's bench. I guess they're still chirping there.
Joey Hansom's
Albertson now
giving him
throwing.
a word
Yep.
of his mind. And meanwhile, Vanish is just hammering this beer on the mound. Beer man's got him all ready for the next inning. That one comes in letter high, call strike.
Was that the homeless guy? Was the beer guy the homeless guy from Happy Gilmore? Because that's what it looks like.
And you know what? That homeless guy needs some more love, because he has provided so many of these magicians with the tools necessary, those tools being that magic elixir.
The magic elixir it's working now as the count is back in the favor of Vanish. It's 1-2. Could use a strikeout here. High leg kick.
The pitch to Helium, and it caught him in the front thigh. Whoa, they called it a ball.
Yes.
They said it didn't hit him.
Didn't hit
look
him.
at this.
It did look.
No argument from Helium. He wants to use this club.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to trot down first base, but he avoided the pitch just barely. I thought maybe he got his pants, but Albertson says no.
Ran it in on him, and you could hear the loud crack of the bat. Chucks it at Vanish. And look at this. He's going to get a word from Helium. Oh, he tosses him from the game.
Oh, psychos!
Just when you thought you had some sportsmanship, Vanish vanishes from the handshake.
Yeah, he went in there for the handshake, say it's all good. Psych, see ya, did the hair slick back. Oh.
And you wonder if this is Harry Helium again. He has really been trying to coax some of these magicians to join the circus in upcoming years.
Helium has been tossed from this game.
Oh my gosh, he has been good guy Helium throughout this contest.
And he's been high as a kite, and now he's at the lowest of lows. Well, thrown out of this game. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at this.
It's a push-up off.
Now, okay. As a former player, Gary Grunt, how do you rate that form?
Not sure of the form there. The putt was a little too low for my liking.
And look at this. Albertson agrees. He's got to do it again.
Yep.
Look at this. We got too much booty action in the back. Look
Yeah,
at this.
yeah.
It's like a big castle.
The butt is not low enough.
No.
Hit the ground. There we go.
Look at
That's
this.
a little
I think
better.
Albertson is accepting these.
He's back in the game.
He's back in. So he did 10.
Did the necessary amount of push-ups.
Okay, he's back in. So helium is high once again.
And you know what? Not everyone can manage 10 push-ups at a time, especially if you're high the way that Harry Helium is right now.
That would have been a big loss for the Circus if Helium left this game, but thankfully he was able to keep his cardio up, treats the body right.
And not only that, his good nature will continue throughout this game. It appears that our shortstop has gotten enough of this elixir, and his energy is spread into the outfield. There are no shirts on for half of our defense right now for the Magic.
Yeah, it's a warm night. It's cooled off just a little bit, but you know, with all the drinking that the Magicians have been doing, it can get a little sweaty out there. So, nice little dance there from the shortstop.
Yeah, we got some moves
going
on out
moves like
here.
Jagger.
And, you know, when the shirts come off, you got to give the female audience something to really write home about. You got to give them a reason to tune in. Again, one of the reasons why the JBA does it better than anyone. That's a fair ball down the line.
Oh, it takes a weird bounce off the wall.
This is Lenny Munson headed into second base with a stand-up 2-out double. And that's something else to keep in mind here. We saw that hot start for the Maryland Magicians, and that elixir, you know, it brings you a good boost initially. Do they start to lose it as this game goes along, as that elixir takes more effect?
I think that's why you just keep drinking it. You know, the more elixir you take, the better you get. You know, the more elixir you have within your system, the more chance you're going to be able to put up some runs, put up some big-time hits.
And Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the decision making that elixir, you know, if you don't have enough of it, you can't make the right decisions out there. As we see a bunt attempt pushed foul up the first base side, count to 1 and 2. This is Paul Laffington at the plate, hitting .308 now on the year.
I did notice that from some of those shots, the cleanliness and the smoothness of the bodies, as you see there, no hair whatsoever. Those guys would not make the caveman.
No, they wouldn't, and that's why you see them here on the Maryland Magicians.
They are manscaped.
Not the only thing that Razor went to work on, as this is bounced back in front of the plate. Vanish, underhand flips to the bag at first. Force out and tag applied for the end of the inning. We got a baseball game going on between the lines, but meanwhile in the dugout, a fight has broken loose.
Yeah, they're back in the locker room right now. The Mascots have been going at it for quite some time. It's like a WWE battle has broken out. Oh, chair right to the nuts. Ouch. Excuse me, a trash can to the nuts. That's never good.
No doubt about it, and you know,
I wouldn't wish a trash can to the nuts on anybody.
And not only that, that's, again, one of those momentum changers in this game. You know that your mascot has just been blown to smithereens down in the dugout. That's a big shot to the spirit of your squad.
Look at
Greg
the ball
shaking
clowns
that
now.
Laffy Taffy as he comes out with the pitch. And we got a couple of clowns right behind home plate.
Yeah, the ball clowns are on the field trying to create havoc. One's just sitting enjoying some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, he's got his Cracker Jacks out there. This is...
The backup ball clown is playing umpire. There's a Cracker Jack ball clown. Oh, it looks like Cheez-Its. Not sure if those are extra crunchy or not, but look like some Cheez-Its being had there.
That is outstanding stuff. One of the best snacks in the snack universe. He leans into that one, and Albertson's all over it. Look at this. Oh, no, is he going? He is going to award him first base. Yep. Sweets is giving his argument from behind home plate.
You're out of the game. No.
Now look at this. Taffy's coming at him.
Taffy's trying to get at Albertson. Never want to see a player go after the referee. And if we let Taffy know how many times Albertson's been running to the bathroom in this, he may not want to get too close.
Yeah, exactly. You end up tackling that man, and you could get back to your feet with all kinds of mess. And we got another player thrown out. Look at this, two of them.
Are we going to have enough players for the clown or the circus?
They are running
to finish
thin.
this game?
They are running very thin at this point. I believe right
No
now
world is bullshit.
they are at the minimum for active players.
What? Wait, what?
It is a total
Oh,
of
some meditation going on.
10 players right now for the circus.
That's good balance there.
Not only good balance, we talked about, you know, some of the outfielders for the Magicians not staying engaged, kind of taking a nap out there, especially in left field. You're balancing on that Basu ball. You have no choice.
Another player.
Oh my goodness.
With a ball, one of the ball clowns. One of the 3 ball
And
clowns.
he took the Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Look out, he's got the Cheez-Its.
Hey, those are white cheddar Cheez-Its. Take it easy. Put those
Oh
in my
wait a
dressing
second.
room, please.
Out of the game already.
So the ball clown has been tossed.
Wait a second. Is that your salary for this game was supposed to be a box of white cheddar Cheez-Its? Is that the box?
That was supposed to be one of the parting gifts, absolutely. It better not be my Cheez-Its.
I don't know if we're ever going to get Gary Grunt back into this booth if he does not leave this venue without his Cheez-Its.
That's in my contract. Box of Cheez-Its every game for post-game meal.
And some
Side of
people
some of that
said,
magician elixir, if you know what I mean there, Storm, huh?
and, you know, some people said cavemen were dumb.
No. Hey, we invented sign language.
Popped to second base. Oh, he's going to let it bounce. He wants to get the lead runner here. Oh, look at the
smart
trickery
play.
as they get the force.
Smart play. No clowning around out there right now. Great play by the second baseman.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is this? We've
Yeah,
got a
a
streaker. We've got a streaker, ladies and gentlemen.
He came up through the quad, through the gymnasium, outside the field, and onto the ball field now.
Oh my goodness! You gotta be kidding me. And you know what? For any of those Fansly fans out there, this is the type of stuff that you dream of. The kind of content that this man is going to have on his page is unmatched as he slides in safely, and security's chasing after him, and he just cannot get anywhere near him. Look at the speed from this streaker. Security, he's got to get in the gym.
Yeah, he had something written on his chest and something about Fansly. So obviously a big fan, wanting people to come to his page to see his content.
No,
So
you're out. You're out. Get out.
he's in the dugout right now. We'll see if he makes another appearance.
Is that
Being told by the booth at Dump Truck Danny.
a Dump Truck Danny sighting? You heard that right, folks. Dump Truck Danny is in the house. Doesn't get any better than this. All tied, late innings. Little flare, shot out to right field, hopping off the Basu ball. Little late break on it as he was trying to keep his balance before it got to him. 1 run comes home. The Magicians are back on top. Throw into third base. There is no throw as they mishandled it. How about that? Maryland back on top.
So Dump Truck Danny getting a little spark for the Magicians as they retake the lead here in the top half of the 7th inning. That drone we saw earlier has been getting shots from above the park and base hit up the middle.
Infield pulled in with 1 out, and the runner at third leaves a wide open hole up the middle for Donald Strange, and he exploits it. 13-12, Maryland on top of California.
Number 24.
A good piece of hitting there. Up, still going at it in the locker room are the Mascots. Looks like they're now just in a circle race. The fighting has stopped. Uh-oh. Getting back into it perhaps. Over the chair.
Oh,
over the training table.
What a move, just wearing him out. That is well done. So that fight continues to twist and turn. We'll keep you updated on what's going on down in the dugout.
Talk about a Royal Rumble. That thing's been going on for quite some time.
And you know, it's one of those two, when these two teams get together to watch those two mascots, not only it's all part of it, you know. The reason why these teams are one of the best in the league is because of those mascots. They have done their fair share of just mollywopping opposing mascots all year long. Great matchup, and the streaker has made another appearance.
Oh, streaker's back.
Oh, look at him, he's taunting.
Taunting
oh my
security.
goodness, he's pulling Twix right out of his package and chucking them at the security guard.
he
Oh,
got
they're
hot
hot
dogs?
dogs. Oh my goodness, that's even better.
And the
Ground
game
ball
will
to
continue
second
here.
base. Meanwhile, the streaker backpedaling in left field as the out is recorded for the second of the inning.
Dump Truck Danny creating havoc out there. I think this is just going to have to happen as the players continue to play here, and Dump Truck Danny out in left field still having a good time.
I mean, he is just
evading
toying
security.
with security out there. Look at this. Free him. Free Dump Truck Danny. The fans have made their voices heard.
Get him! Get him!
Look at this.
Albertson wants him off this field, but I don't think it's going to happen.
A Fansley All-Star. I mean, you just cannot say enough about this guy. That page has got to be just on fire tonight.
It reminds me with this golden thong. If you remember a great baseball hitter in the Major League Baseball named by Jason Giambi, and whenever he would get into a slump, or a teammate would get into a slump, they'd put on a golden underwear, a golden thong. And that's very much like what Dump Truck Danny's wearing out there right now.
Oh, a blast into deep left field, unicycling towards it. He can't make it in time. It one-hops the wall, and the Magicians have tacked on a third in this inning. He turns on the Jets, thinking 3, and Martin Majestic coming off the bench with a pinch hit RBI triple.
Boy, what a majestic slide into third base. We'll get another look at this as roped into left field. The streaker right now paying dividends for the Magicians, as it really has the Circus caught off guard here, and it really has to do with that golden underwear that's just flailing around.
Right off the Fansley side, and
another hit batter.
And it's another hit by pitch, this time getting hit.
Albertson just is beside himself. Can't believe it that another pitcher would hit a batter here. He's awarding first base now. Takes a look over into the Circus dugout.
It's Flushman, and you know what? He's probably going to have a sore ass tomorrow, too.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of sore asses out there between Dump Truck Danny and these players getting rear-ended in the ass with these pitches.
This is escalating rather quickly. Golden underwear, guys wearing it in the rear end.
Coach Hansen went over to talk about how come nobody has been thrown out yet, especially with all the umpteenth time that these teams have been warned about hitting somebody. And I believe the response was they have no other players. They can't throw anybody else out.
What's wrong with your problem?
Wants to talk to the shortstop.
No more throwing at people.
Wants to make sure everyone's on the same page.
I threw you out once, I'll do it again.
He's threatening to throw out again.
Hold on now, hold on.
Harry Helium.
Albertson doesn't want to talk back.
Hold on.
You know, Harry has had nothing.
It's an ump show now.
He's had nothing but nice things to say all game long.
What's going on back here? Do we have a verdict? Yeah.
Oh. They're wanting to know about the Mascot fight. We've been showing you highlights throughout.
It's still going on. It's a Royal Rumble. I'm not quite sure which locker room, but the Dumbledore Mascot and the Dopey the Clown have been going at it.
And Albertson is clearly still invested.
Oh, chair to the back. Chair to the back again. Dopey. Oh, to the face. Oh, my goodness. I think if whoever wins this battle gets a run tacked onto their score.
Oh, meanwhile,
he snapped
runner
it back.
thrown out at home, trying to steal home. They get him. Oh, my goodness. Utter craziness happening on both fronts. Oh, my gosh, look at this. Out with an argument. Here comes Joy Handsome again. He is so handsome, he can't help but argue with a huge smile.
I don't believe what I just saw in the locker room and on the field. A steal of home plate. You don't see it too often. What a play. And good work by the Circus Mascot. Uh-oh, here we go.
Look, Dumbledore could be out.
That's a run. That is a run
forward
for the Circus. So tack one. We'll talk to the scoreboard people. Tack one on for the Circus.
That big 9-run inning in the fifth momentarily put the Circus on top, but the Magicians have answered back. A back and forth grinder of a game, and the pin gets California another run, so they're back within 2 after that Mascot duel down in the dugout.
Yeah, the Battle of Mascots, the win goes to the Circus. And now we've got the streaker in a yoga session right now with some of the players getting them stretched out. This is the 7th inning stretch, so it completely makes sense that Dump Truck Danny would lead some of the squad members in some Pilates type yoga.
And you don't get a dump truck like Danny has for no reason. He is taking the clowns through his routine. And look out for some of these Circus members on Fansley after the game. They will have certainly learned a thing or two from Dump Truck.
And Dump Truck, one of the finer instructors in the country.
Hey, game. You got a game.
And you got to look out too. You know, I understand that our crew chief Albertson might not be appreciating this, but you never know how many extra hot dogs our guy Dump Truck Danny has hidden down in that package.
Yeah, there's that doesn't look like too many. Maybe just one medium-sized one, but we'll see.
You never quite know. It
hasn't been fully cooked yet. It's still in the,
that's
it's
true.
being made. No one wants to know how the hot dog's made. They just want to eat it, you know.
The raw dog does have a different volume.
Yeah.
You know, we won't get into it.
No raw dog.
It's the Maryland Magicians up 14-12 over the California Circus.
Oh, they don't, we're trying to play ball here. So
oh, look at this. So we don't have enough players for California.
I don't know the rule book, but
you were talking about this earlier.
Can the Magicians send somebody on loan, as they do in European soccer, loan a player to the Circus? Let's see what happens here. What kind of...
This is a tough situation. I'm not sure what the solution is. Albertson has a bat in his hands right now.
He's getting a helmet now.
Wait a second. No.
He needs a jersey.
Our umpire is about to enter this game for California.
He needs a jersey.
Okay, this is, we've seen a
lot
over the course of this year, but this might be a step far. Look at this. This is true dedication to the league. They don't have enough players. He says the show must go on.
I'm digging up some stats. The JVA does a good job of keeping random stats. This is actually Albertson's third at-bat in his career as an umpire, so not unheard of that he's done this before. He's 0-for-2 in his career. Let's see if he gets his first hit.
He bats from the right side, slightly open stance. First pitch, tried to frame it up, and he calls it high. That looked to be just underneath the letters for a call strike. And Albertson, hey, surprise, surprise, it's ball one.
Ball one, of course, as Albertson in the at bat, pinch hitting for the Circus. And he called another ball. That one was outside the plate.
Albertson may only have 3 at-bats as an umpire, but he's hitting .238. So as good as the stats that they keep here for the JVA, the math may be a little bit off. Look at this, he's pulled it down the line, it's fair! Albertson speeding past first, he's thinking 2! Throw comes into second. Oh, he takes a quick turnaround and a good decision by crew chief Albertson. He rules himself safe at first.
Now you got to wonder if he's going to call balls and strikes from first base, but a trickler down the left side, found an open hole, past the diving third baseman and into the outfield. Thankfully, the left fielder, good. You can see the wheels there.
Look at the form with the running.
A good stop and track back there. Not sure if he knows what to do with his hands quite when he's running.
I love the technique. It's like he's getting mad at the air. He's karate chopping the air as he goes around, and it just fires you up.
So the ump is on first base, and he's calling balls and strikes in there.
Well, he has a little bit better view from over there. It's something that he told me. I actually caught up with crew chief Albertson before this game, and I raised that question as we get another look at Dump Truck Danny. He's hanging out with Joy Handsome, and wonder if Joy's rubbing off on him a little bit. That'll up that Fansly page content even more.
I gotta tell you, Dump Truck Danny's double dipping. He's seducing the Circus bench with hot yoga, and now he's over in the Magician's bench. There you see right there in the dugout. There's Dump Truck Danny.
Well,
the ball fondler.
The ball players have been known to not be able to turn down a dump truck easily. And when a guy like Danny walks into your life, it's just hard to say no.
It's hard to say no, and he's doing it for a good cause. You got to free the ball handler. So that one's outside. 3-1 count here.
And not only that, fondling abilities really translates well to this game. And we'll see if he can give a few fondling lessons down in the dugout.
Yeah, you really want to make sure to tickle it just a little bit.
Look at the showboating down to second base. And Albertson, he would have none of this from one of the players in the game, yet here he goes himself showboating on a walk down to second base. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's not something Albertson tolerates when he's behind the plate, but now that he's thrust into a position player role, he has to play both roles now. He has to play umpire, crew chief, and try to score a run here for the California Circus.
Yeah, that may get lost in all of this. We got a 2-run ball game in the bottom of the 7th inning. These are crunch time moments. And don't forget to tune into Crunch Time after this game. That's our post-game show. We'll get you updates from other scores around the league and highlights, and maybe even unpack a little bit more of some of the craziness that's gone on in this one.
Yeah, plenty of games around the league here tonight. We'll have Crunch Time, the post-game. It's Tom Cherubin and Dickie Dreck will have your highlights from all across the league here in the JBA.
Victor Vanish with the pitch to Percy Polkadot. And the call's being made from second base. Uh-oh, dump truck Danny
doing
getting
cartwheels
loose.
now.
Get another look at that scoreboard real quick.
Oh, see, he's double dipping. He's going in between benches, giving each bench a little taste of the dump truck.
And you notice how there is just zero protest from either dugout. They are with wide open arms welcoming him as we get called. Third strike, caught off of second base. Problems here for Albertson.
In a rundown.
He's going to try to take third. He's still caught in the pickle. He's headed back the other way. He's chopping air furiously.
Great
Ball
drop.
is dropped
Stop,
on
drop,
the
and roll.
tag attempt. Wait a second. Is there another ball out there?
Does Albertson know that he's out or safe? Let's see what he's going to call here.
He's been tagged out twice by 2 separate balls, and
Calls
he's
himself safe.
Oh, my goodness. Have another look at this. Fansley brings you it.
Sneaky. The old sleight of hand.
You would expect nothing less from the Magicians. Right back into his pocket, unbeknownst to Albertson. And that's the kind of stuff that have made the Maryland Magicians a winning ball club year in and year out.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if some of the other general managers around the league and they see Albertson playing such an impactful role right now, if maybe he'll get a call up.
And this is a really big moment in this game. We've seen some of the power cards that have been played that have made a really big impact on this game. And now with Albertson running on the base paths for California down by 2, there's got to be a lot of strategy being discussed there on the mound.
And we're seeing it right now. A new elixir has been brewed by the Magicians. It has been given to their keeper, or excuse me, their pitcher. They're pulling rabbits out of hats, elixirs out of bottles.
Well, you know, and this is why I deferred to the future Hall of Famer Gary Grunt. I brought up the question earlier in this game, is that elixir going to be a detriment to this Magicians team? You said no. This is something that this team needs to be consistent with throughout the game, and we're starting to see that here now in the late innings.
Yeah, we used to live by this for the old cavemen, you know, the more elixir, the better.
Oh, Vanish just pulled another trick. It's still in his hand. Oh, the tag comes from behind. Albertson tagged out. He didn't even know. Oh, boy, he recognizes now. There's 2 balls in play. Albertson is privy to what's going on here. How does it turn out? Look at this.
The old 2 balls.
2 balls, safe.
Oh, 2 balls, and he rules him safe.
2 balls, change of drawers.
2 balls. 2 balls.
If there's anyone who understands that, it should be Joy Handsome after hanging out with Dump Truck Danny just seconds ago.
I don't know if he's just telling everyone he has 2 balls or there was actually 2 balls on the field.
Either way, you'd think that he would have to understand. And Albertson has made this a 1-run ball game, 14-13.
The old 2-ball trick. Oh, there's a streaker.
And that is a dump truck if I have ever seen one. My goodness.
Pretty flat, though, if you ask me.
I don't know.
Nothing really happened back there. He must have a dump truck must have come from a different nickname, if you know what I mean.
Well, you know, Danny, he's seen his career really change over the years. He used to have that huge badonkadonk.
Yeah, we should call
now
him
he's got to get it done in different ways.
Yeah, should call him No Ass.
Well,
No Ass Danny.
Security thinking, look, this is my chance. Look at Danny just taunting him.
Yeah, bring it on.
The dump truck says, look, I got moves for days.
Oh, look at that jiggle.
Ooh. You know what?
His money don't jiggle, it folds. Makes you wiggle, wiggle. Riding into Fiat.
Oh my goodness,
till you
who would
see
have
it.
thought this? Security chasing him all game long, and Dump Truck gets the piggyback ride. He's on the loose again. You can't stop this
He's
man.
just glowing right now with just a sexy sweat.
Xavier McMagic has moved to the mound, and in the blink of an eye, he has delivered ball one low. Some serious heat coming from the right-hander, and Dump Truck starting to look a little bit worn out now. That stamina starting to take a hit.
And it's starting to get a little muggy. The dew point is high here in the area right now. Is Xavier McMagic on the rubber now for the Magicians.
2.31 ERA, 3 wins and 1 loss for the 6'2", 205-pound right-hander. Saw McMagic make some great plays in the field, and certainly that stamina is running down. Danny Dump Truck, a guy that's been known to go all night long earlier in his career. Again, that career arc just changing and progressing. You have to learn to get it done in different ways. You know, he used to be able to just make it happen. Any amount of physical force needed all night long, he could get it done. He's got to do it in more subtle ways now.
I can't tell if the security guard's trying to play defense for the Magicians or he's just trying to work his way over to Dump Truck Danny, and he's on the move once again.
Yeah, Danny was not going to be fooled by that. Security guard not quite fleet of foot.
No.
Number 29, Sean Eagles.
So back into the Magicians' dugout goes Dump Truck.
And we had a strikeout meanwhile, so 2 outs in the inning. Runner advances to second base on that steal. High chopper, McMagic barehands it, and oh my goodness. What would you consider that to be?
That might be the play of the game.
Oh my gosh, it's up there, no doubt about it.
Between that and when the Circus catcher ran over into the netting to get that foul ball, but that's a great play right there.
We love that play by Hunter Sweets as well. We got a fire show of sorts going on out here. What is this? This cannot be safe.
Drone's heading over there to try to get. Is this a fire off here?
He is fire breathing. We talked about fire breathing dragons. We've got fire breathing Circus.
It's a firefight.
Oh my goodness.
And Albertson just trying to get the batter up here. Magician's trying to figure out who they're trying to send to the plate. But look at this danger. Danger Will Robinson.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa. I've always wondered what they, put in their mouth to. And obviously it's not gasoline, is it? Or are they just drinking gasoline and then blowing it into his mouth? I'd love to know what he's drinking and then spitting to make that happen.
It's got to be Everclear,
I mean, look at that, right? Yeah, some type of really hard liquor, moonshine.
Meanwhile, dropping the bat down on this one, a high, deep fly ball into right field, but Craig Mystery is put away with the fly out for the first out of the top of the 8th.
Looks like it's just water.
Number 15.
I didn't know water did that.
Now you do.
Boy, that water, maybe that's the elixir of life the Magicians have been using. Look at that.
And as a
Don't
former
try this at
caveman,
home, kids.
you have to appreciate another way for you to light that fire. And we got a card being played here.
Yeah, it's the playing tag. There are no force outs for this half inning, so all outs have to come via the tag. And go back to the cavemen creating fire. Absolutely, it was. We went through some cold nights on the road for the caveman, and we certainly could have used a fire starter like that on our squad for back in the day.
Maybe explain to the fans right now, for those that don't quite understand, how difficult it is to leave your hut where you're used to being, where you're comfortable, to have to go on the road and learn how you're going to find a source of fire, all these different things that cavemen have to worry about.
Well, it's not for everyone, and only the finest caveman can really escape the cave. So there's a couple of tests you have to take. You have to count to 10. Can you do your ABCDs? Can you sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? So there's a couple of things that you have to get done before you can leave the cave. And I was fortunate enough to be blessed with just an undenying ability to club the baseball, as well as have a couple of smarts in my brain as well.
It's the voice of Gary Grunt, future Hall of Famer, as we had a scorched single, the second hit of the ball game for Ronnie Smith. And look at this. We got another card being played, this time by the Circus.
Beach balls.
And
Life's the beach, and we're going to break them out. So the
Yeah, use
opposing
beach ball.
pitcher must use a beach ball for this next
How
at-bat.
about this strategy? Only tag outs, go to the beach ball.
Yep.
Brilliant move.
Beach ball. Beach ball.
Yep, now we just need the beach ball. So I don't know if someone has it blown up. Oh, it comes out of the Magician's dugout.
Oh, how convenient.
So Coach Handsome bringing the ball out. Oh!
Oh.
Taunting.
Stop.
Uh-oh. And, you know, Joy
Did he pop it?
He's done a nice job, though, of
There's double play.
pushing the line, not getting too far on Albertson's bad side. As we saw, the Circus just took it over the top in those middle innings. And look at this defensive alignment.
Yep. They're thinking this is going to be an easy out.
The Amoeba defense.
Ooh, knuckleball. Didn't quite make it to the plate.
Nasty pitch, and it's a 30-footer.
Oh, did that hit him? Did that hit him? Oh, no, I was going to say just inside.
They call it a ball. It's a ball.
Yeah.
And so important with this beach ball, you got to get the right spin. If there's any kind of slider or downward action on it, you see there, he's not getting the proper backspin. That's never going to make it to home plate.
Just can't get over the top of the ball right now. And runner on third as, again, all Circus position players are in the infield.
Fred Circus, he's sitting at a 3.45 ERA, but this beach ball is threatening to balloon his ERA.
Oh!
The diving grab!
Dump truck doesn't like it.
Oh, Danny's trying to get involved. Oh, he can't get it. Oh, look at this. Albertson put a hand
too
on him.
sweaty.
I think Albertson just wanted to get a hold of the dump truck. Albertson grasping for that dump truck as hard as he can.
Yeah, I can't grab those dump trucks. Too sweaty right now. Too misty.
Elusive. You got to watch out. The swamp ass factor is a
yeah.
big thing in these kind of situations. You grab anywhere around the waist, it's going to be tough to corral.
Let's just be thankful that the umpire, Albertson, didn't get any of the waist action because we could have seen a lot more than a golden thumb.
Oh my goodness, they're coming home with it. And the tag out. He tags him out. Oh my goodness. What a half inning. The power cards being played, it does not matter. The California Circus are still alive. Going to the bottom of the eighth. It's a one-run ball game. You will not want to miss it. What a play. Have another look as we go to break. That's Upchuck with the play. And how about that? You make an amazing play in the field, and right after that, Manny Upchuck, 69 to the plate.
69. We did a lot of that in my playing day with the Cavemen.
Certainly no doubt about it. And now the Magicians have just been absolutely TP'd to hell.
Is that the new version of being Rick rolled?
They've been rolled. There's no doubt about that. Upchuck takes strike three.
Hates the outside corner.
Jack.
Gotta swing the bat. You can't if you're gonna wear number 69, you can't just go down without a swing.
No looking.
If you're gonna wear number
looking.
69, you gotta have the cojones, the big marbles to be able to swing the bat. Speaking of big marbles,
he's loose again. Dump truck Danny. I mean, this guy.
You almost feel bad for the security guard trying to keep this.
Well, and you know what? I feel bad for Dump Truck Danny that I was dogging his stamina earlier in this game. Look at this dude go.
I mean, he does hot yoga, so he's got the stamina.
And people don't realize just how sweaty you get when you do hot yoga. Dump Truck Danny has those pores just permanently open as this is booted it short. And that will allow him at first base to reach. That's Harry Helium. Dump Truck Danny back at it again. Look at this guy.
There's security guy.
Number 19, Lenny.
Just no chance for the security. Look, oh my, that is a beautiful job. And you know what, Gary, you have to appreciate that.
Yeah, oh, here we go. Riding right through into the cave. There he goes, and Dump Truck is gone. Oh, I see. It's like a Looney Tunes Warner Brothers thing.
Yeah, he's got his little.
Paint
look at
can't go in. Sorry.
Access denied.
Sorry, that's only Dump Truck Danny's.
Oh my! Look at this.
Yeah, that's Dump Truck Danny's territory. No entering that cave.
I mean, if Bugs had just a golden Speedo, it's Dump Truck Danny. And let's not forget the role that Crew Chief Albertson played in this game to keep this within reach for California. He was huge coming in when they didn't have enough players to play. This one's popped into foul territory. Third baseman going back on it, and he makes the play down to his knees. Well done, and the Maryland Magicians now have 2 outs in the inning here in the the bottom of the 8th inning.
Mystery doesn't spend a lot of time on his knees, but does a great job here.
Dump Truck Danny knows a thing or two about that, and he would approve. Something else that's really important, I think, as a ball player, you see that quick grab between the legs, in between pitches, adjust your nuts, adjust your swing. That's typically the approach.
Yeah,
correct?
pretty much. You know, you want to get comfortable, and sometimes, you know, if you got long balls up there, you got to keep it short. And, got to keep it wide stance so they hang, and you're just looking to make contact.
Contact is the key. Oh, the pickoff move, and they got him at second base. What a play. The Magicians pull one out of their sleeve to get out of the inning. Fans, this inning is brought to you by Fansly, a spicy social network. Be sure to check out the link and...
There's been a lot of antics, which we are known to see here at the JBA. But sometimes they can get a little too wacky, and, you know, every man has its limit, and Albertson, you know, it may have been reached right now.
You know, I gotta say, for a one-man crew chief on an artificial field, this is the cleanest home plate I have ever seen kept.
Yeah, he's done a nice job keeping the home plate clean. You know, you'd think that his wife appreciates the cleanliness when he gets back home to the Sugar Mama tonight.
Salmon trying to bunt his way aboard to lead off this top of the 9th, but to no avail, and Albertson has injured himself, and whoever he has to come in for next will probably not want that injured Albertson on their squad.
He's shaking it off on the left hand. I don't think we have an ambulance on site here, so we may have to make that call should it get any worse for Albertson.
This is Fred Circus on the mound, delivering inside.
Number 24, Xavier.
And there is the victorious Mascot.
Oh, yeah. Took it to Dumbledore earlier, now he's enjoying the fruits of his victory. Trying to distract his own pitcher, apparently.
It's working.
Yeah, threw a ball. Or uh-oh, look, oh, that's just...
Maybe he's just giving crew chief
disturbing.
Albertson exactly what he needs here.
That's disturbing. A little, boop. Little contact. Dance off. Oh, Dumbledore wants revenge.
Oh my goodness! A revenge pin! Oh no!
That's
yeah. That turned rather quickly.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a family show. Apologize to the kids out there.
Oh, but it hammered in the ass.
Some mascot on mascot loving happening here. Come for the baseball, stay for the mascot loving. Or should I say mascot humping? That one's fouled off. Oh, I thought that was surely going to hit the car over there. That would have been quite the insurance claim. Yeah, how did your car windshield break? Well, I was at the JBA and pitch got fouled off. Next thing you know, I've got to replace my windshield.
People would understand. You get a look over there. Oh, the late swing, but they call ball 4.
Wow.
They award him first base, and look at this. Fred Circus not even contesting that call. I have no words for this. That Hunter Sweets is just not up in arms here. High fly ball into medium depth center field. Towards right center, the catch is made. Both runners tag. Fired towards third base, and the pick unable to be made. It skips over the sidewall, out of play, and home plate is awarded. It's a 15-13 Magicians lead.
2-2 count here. Oh, quick pitch, try to catch him off guard. Play made by the third baseman. Throw across is away, and another error on the Circus.
There's going to have to be some serious pooping scooping going on after this game for the Circus. Oh my goodness, he lost the ball, doesn't know where it is. No one knows where it is. We're all doing 360s out here. Albertson, oh, it's a pickle. Throw it back home. He's caught in the rundown. And the tag made. It's another great play by Upchuck. He has been on point defensively in this game for the Circus.
Yeah, a mental mistake there from the Magicians. And it opens the door up a little bit here for the Circus as they had an easy run there. Instead of a 3-run lead, it's now just a 2-run lead as errant base running costing the Magicians.
Just when you thought the Magicians have seen this one a million times, they get caught off guard, and that'll do it for the top half of the ninth. Extremely shallow in the outfield for Laffington as he pops it up on the infield. Pitcher coming in for it and makes the grab.
First out
Jack
of the
Port
inning,
comes back from 3-0 to record the first out.
So the Circus down to the last 2 outs. Need to find some of that magic and steal it from the Magicians and get it into their bats. Oh, we're going to have another at bat here from Albertson.
Look at this.
Okay.
Oh, and we're getting a power card played.
Oh, the power card. 5X.
5 strikes.
Being played by the Circus manager. The player at bat is allowed 5 strikes before they are out. So not 3 strikes and you're out, it's 5 strikes and you're out for this next at bat.
Saved it for just the right time.
Yeah, you're in desperation mode. You got to create a spark, and you might as well give one of your better hitters a better chance to put something in play. Take some hacks as well.
So now Greg Shake That Laffy Taffy will have a couple extra strikes to work with. Check that. It's Albertson in the game. He threw out the Laffy Taffy, unfortunately.
So Albertson's going to hit again. He's got the 5 strikes, so it was 1 for 1 on the day. You see the umpire's got 5 home runs on the year. They could use one of those right now to tie this game.
First pitch to him ties him up in knots.
I don't know if you saw that, Storm, but there was a waft of smoke going on behind home plate. I don't know if someone's got the wacky weed going out, the devil's lettuce, but
pop fly on the infield again. Couldn't get to it, dribbling towards first base, and that's why they are not professional basketball players. He's safe.
And not a professional track player either, as Albertson tripping over his own feet down that first base line. Eventually did make it, though. Good run here, but we'll watch the lack of form here from the umpire, Albertson.
I mean, Jack Port, he nearly pulled that off. It would have been awfully impressive, but, you know, Albertson, for an umpire, you'd think he'd understand that you can run through first base.
Sure, yeah. One would think, but who knows what's going on in the mind of Albertson.
How sweet would it be if Hunter, after being plunked by 2 pitches in this game, ends up being the hero? It's a fly ball into left field. They were playing extremely shallow. It's over his head. Look out. Albertson rounding second. He's headed towards third. The throw in from right field is high. Albertson is safe. He's going for home. Nobody there covering. A late throw home. And Albertson is safe. We've got a 1-run game. And advancing to third is Hunter Sweets with just 1 out.
I think I'm just more impressed with some of the shaving cream or the pie in the face still. But Albertson out there still running hard. He's got pie remnants on his jersey, pie remnants on his neck. Still able to make it first to home. Great speed from Albertson.
You have never seen it. Look,
I can't shake hands. He has to stay impartial. So great job there from Albertson.
I have never seen better professionality from an umpire in this league. In all of my years in this, you know what, Gary, this is my 3rd year in this league. I've never seen anything like that. And meanwhile, we get another drive that'll split the gap in left center. David Honk has done it. He has tied us up 15-all.
Oh, sir.
1 out, runner at second base. Line shot towards short. It's off the end of his webbing into center field. And the throw into third base. They got him caught in a pickle, but it gets past his glove off the facing of the dugout. So that nearly would have been another run home and a potential game ender. But instead, we've got runners on the corners with 1 down. all knotted at 15 in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Majestic man.
Oh, look at this. A whole bundle of bats for Sean Giggles. And it looks like crew chief Albertson is allowing this.
Yeah, I think it's a 10 bat maximum you can have, so he's still under the limit here. And now they're going to say the third baseman is out in another hidden ball trick.
Oh my goodness.
2 down now.
The Magicians pull a rabbit out of their hat at the most crucial point of this game.
Boy, the Magicians Alliance is really going to like that one.
The game-winning run cut down from third base. Now that game winner would have to come from first.
A heavy batter here.
In a multitude of ways.
Good
The
eye.
first pitch comes in tall.
G-O-O-D-E-Y-E. Good eye. Good eye.
No way you don't make solid contact.
The pitch. And he dribbles it back to the mound. No problem for Jack Port.
You got to
We've
wonder
got
if,
free baseball.
Yeah, you got to wonder if the weight of the bats, really affected that hit.
3 pitchers on the mound for the Circus here in the top half of the 10th.
I've heard of the foreigner double vision, but triple vision is a new one on me. So we'll see how this affects the Circus as 2 more pitchers have been called in, or excuse me, affects the Magicians as 2 more pitchers will be called to the mound to make it a 3 spot.
And it will only be for 1 at-bat. So this leadoff batter will have to face 3 pitchers simultaneously.
You know the ball? You're the ball boy. You're
So,
pitching?
Clown Boy.
Oh, is the
back
Clown
on
going to
field.
come out
Is
and
Clown
pitch
Boy,
here?
he's not on the roster. Let's see if Albertson will allow this. I do believe they're short some players.
Need extra baseballs here as well.
Clown Boy ran out of balls.
Leave it to the Clown Boy.
There's Clown Boy. Did a great job of replenishing Albertson's balls here tonight.
Really been a big favorite of mine throughout my years in this league. Just a model of consistency and one of the all-time good guys in this league.
Yeah, gets a lot of respect around the league. Does a good job shining the bats, rubbing the balls down, getting them ready for a BP, and just doing whatever a Clown Boy can do to help the team.
You know, another one of those things that goes unnoticed. Who would rub these balls down if it weren't for him?
Nope, I mean, it had to be one of the players. Maybe they had to rub their own balls. So
And look at this. First 3 pitches come in, and Albertson nearly wore 3 of them.
Ball 1, ball 2.
So we got strike 1 as well as a couple of balls delivered there. So a 2-1 count here to Craig Mystery, who is 2 for 5 in this game.
Mystery hasn't been a mystery at the plate so far. So he put some good wood on a couple of hits and had some bad ball luck on the others.
Boy,
So,
Clown
3
Boy's
balls.
effort just unmatched. Here they come. Oh, he made contact with one. One of them's in play. Look out here. And with the power card, he still reaches first. Errant throw. He's headed to second base. Still haven't retrieved that baseball. Mystery headed to third, and the leadoff man is just 90 feet away. Still nobody out, waiting for the throw, and he gets away at home.
Oh, but the other 2 balls are still in play.
Oh! Clown Boy applies the tag.
Ball over there. Safe.
Oh, they were all
Ball is
safe.
safe.
No way. Clown Boy had him.
You need all 3.
Oh, he needed all
You need
3
the-
balls.
you need the other 2.
He only had 2 of the 3 balls. Got to have 3 balls to complete the cycle.
Oh my goodness! How could they have forgotten? And look, now this is unwarranted. Hunter Sweets taking his anger out on Clown Boy. Clown Boy was in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, right spot at the right time. You can't blame Clown Boy on this one.
Number 15.
And you wonder how that affects the team chemistry moving forward. I know it's not every day that Clown Boy gets into the game, but he's got to feel awfully unappreciated in a moment like this. I mean, look at the way Hunter Sweets ran into his own pitcher, and then he's going to try to clown Boy?
Yeah, you don't
Come
clown
on.
Clown Boy. There's no clowning Clown Boy.
That's just terrible.
teams found the elder wand.
And that one's in for the call. Strike 0-2, and oh my goodness, everyone clearing the
clearing the
dugout
bench.
for the
boy.
Magicians. Oh my goodness, this is bad. And the pitcher goes down in a heap. Fred Circus just clinging for his life.
What is happening? Oh, the mascots are looking for one another. Oh, they're taking their mascot. Oh boy, this is
Utter
just an
chaos.
all-out brawl. The mascots are stripping down to their skivvies and going at it. Every player from the Magicians and the Circus are on the field right now. How is Albertson going to handle this one? He's just tossing people left and right now.
The Magicians have cleared the dugout. Beerman is on the field. Fans have stormed the playing surface. This is insane.
Boy, the mascots are really going at it. A little hanky-panky being played right now.
I have never seen a higher stakes game of hanky-panky in my life.
No, sir. Oh, and a big field goal kick of the clown at Mascot head. Oh, and a takedown by the Wizard. This is an absolute mess. The crunch time is going to have one hell of a time breaking down this game this evening.
Crunch time, our post-game analysis coming right after this.
Yeah, Albertson's called it.
Albertson has called this.
That's it.
Oh my goodness, we'll sort it all out in post-game. This is insane.
End to the clown show.
This game has been called, really no surprise that this one would end this way in 10 innings. What a game. We're going to toss it to studio. Tom Chairman and Dickie Dreck, take it away.
You're going to get suspended. You're going to get suspended.
Welcome back to another episode of Crunch Time. I'm Tom Chairman.
And I'm Dickie Dreck. And once again, it's that time. Time to take a look at some league highlights from today's games. And boy, oh boy, it was a heck of a day on the ball field.
Indeed, it was a doozy of a day, Dickie. Let's dive right in. Go to the Diamond for the first game of the afternoon, where the Delaware Drunkards dallied with the Montpelier Mimes.
Well, fans were treated to another classic matchup as the Mimes outfoxed the Drunkards in all aspects of the game, as they usually do. Hitting, pitching, fielding, and stealing. Pitcher Marvin Mute was in marvelous midseason form, pitching a true no-hitter. And the outfield posted another error-free game.
Yeah, it certainly didn't help that the Drunkards played true to form, fielding only 4 semi-sober players against a full complement of Mimes.
Well, at least the Drunkards have consistency going for them with a record of 1 win and 39 straight losses. Their only victory resulting from a forfeit on their home opener when the Circus were forced to forfeit due to their team bus breaking down on the highway.
Now let's move across the country to where the powerful and primal Phoenix Cavemen hosted the lovely and long-in-the-tooth Ohio Old Ladies.
It was yet another epically long contest between these teams that we affectionately call Beauty and the Beast. The Cavemen played true to form, meaning all brawn, absolutely no brains. And the Old Ladies were, as always, their charming, generous selves, valuing hospitality, camaraderie, and friendship over competition, as they usually do.
It's really a wonder the Cavemen survive in the league after so many years of still not understanding at all how the game is played. But there's no denying that hitting is where their strength lies. Caveman left fielder Thrunk and shortstop Ooga currently lead the league in home runs and runs batted in.
And today's game was another 8-hour ordeal, with fans certainly getting their money's worth, as both teams had no issues with pace of gameplay. Yep, the fans truly appreciate the joy and just all-around Midwest Ohio niceness the Old Ladies bring to the field every night.
And the Ohio Old Ladies are leading the league in number of walks and strikeouts due to, how do I say this nicely, being very selective at the plate. Also leading the league in number of times telling you look like skin and bones, eat something. But today, fans were treated to a rare bases-loaded hit by Clara Crinoline. Her hit forced old lady catcher Ethel LaFlame, who was on third base due to a walk and then a balk, to speed toward home.
Unfortunately, Caveman designated hitter Duty was confused by the base runner and mistakenly thought she was heading toward the dugout to steal his turkey leg, so he leapt out of the dugout to defend what he saw as his territory. Good news is, the umpire awarded Ethel home plate and Clara got her first RBI of the season. What a moment.
Yeah, real team player, that Ethel. What a spirit and what a turkey leg.
Yeah, the Cavemen beat more than just Ethel. They beat the entire team in a 26-1 clubbing.
All right, before we wrap up crunch time, we have some new details we'd like to share with you surrounding the all-out benches clearing brawl during the California Circus and Maryland Magicians game today. What a mess, Dickie.
Absolute mess. You hate to see it. The melee of merry men, as it's already becoming known, started when tensions flared from a few traded beanballs. Umpire Jeremy Albertson did his best to quell the two teams, but with the history they've got against each other, this is quite a task.
A bean for a bean. You said it. Both teams believing they're the better, but least appreciated entertainers. This folly turned fracas surpassed all previous skirmishes. Both benches cleared, as did the bullpen and the locker rooms. And it's kind of unfortunate to note here, we're learning now the Magicians initially charged out of their dugout not with any violent intent, but it seems desperately attempting to escape what looks like an animal of some sort that got into their dugout.
What is that?
With tensions flaring that high, it's no wonder the circus went right into action. But again, just unfortunate, Dick.
Think of all the kids there, too.
And the animals.
We'll soon see how the league's going to respond, but you have to figure at least a handful of suspensions will come out of this debacle. But that's all the time we have to crunch today. We'll be back tomorrow with more league highlights.
Hey, until then, I'm Tom Chairman.
And I'm Dickie Dreck, and you've been watching
Crunch Time.